The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Go on camera. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the No Credentials Required Alternative Play-by-Play. We are presented by Belly Up Sports in association with Godzilla Media. My name's Ryan McCarthy. I will be your play-by-play announcer tonight on this alternative play-by-play. And tonight we got a pretty good matchup between the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Montreal Alouettes live from what I imagine is a beautiful night in downtown Montreal at Percival Molson Stadium. We'll be joined at halftime with two correspondents, not one, but two correspondents from Percival Molson Stadium, my buddies, Tim Capper and Cliffy Pine from the Alouettes Flight Deck podcast. They will be at the game. They'll give us a live correspondence from the game, letting us know what kind of action they're seeing from their from their perspective on the field. I will be watching and broadcasting to you from the booth here in Saratoga, New York, where this is a beautiful evening here too. So, spending it inside, doing some play-by-play, and bringing it to you live. So, if you're watching right now, what you want to do is that if you want to watch the game and listen to my play-by-play, what you're going to do is open another browser, open another tab in your browser, go to cfl.ca/plus. If you're not already registered, go to the, you're going to enter your email, which is your regular email address. All you have to do is just register on there. There's no password necessary. You just register there. Then go down on the bottom of the page where you see all the games listed. You're going to click on tonight's game between Saskatchewan and Montreal. It'll take you right to the game. Just hit play to get right to the game, mute their feed, then watch, and then listen to my feed for the alternative play-by-play. So that's what you're going to do tonight. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff. If you're watching the feed on CFL Plus, you'll see the lovely Kate Biernes along with her panelists, Jim Barker, Matt Dunnigan, and the legendary Milt Stiegel. They'll bring you the pregame show. This is my pregame show. I'll give you a little bit of breakdown what to expect tonight. So tonight's game, Montreal is coming off a win. Both teams are coming off a win. Montreal's coming off a comeback win against Hamilton last Saturday night at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton. They climbed to 4-3. They're second place in the East Division. While Saskatchewan, they're also 4-3, coming off a big they are 4-3, coming off a comeback win, a last second win against the Ottawa Red Blacks. Saskatchewan is actually 4-4. My apologies. They sit currently in third place in the West Division. They hold that third playoff spot. If the season were to end today, they'll be playing BC in the Western semifinal, and Montreal will be playing Ottawa in the East semifinal. But that's a few weeks away. We're about halfway through the year, and tonight's game is going to be very, very interesting because Saskatchewan's coming off a short week. Not only have they come off a short week, they have to travel across the country, across Canada, from Regina to Montreal. They got to play in Montreal. They spend the night in Montreal. And Montreal, if you know, the nightlife's pretty hectic. So take that for what you will. But there's a lot of intangibles in this game. First off, two key pieces of Montreal's offense are going to be missing tonight. William Stanback's on the one-game injured list. Probably best to not have him in the lineup tonight. He had suffered an injury against Hamilton last week. And then Cody Fajardo also suffered an injury last week against Hamilton. He will not. He's in the lineup, but he won't start. It will be Caleb Evans starting tonight for the Montreal Alouettes. On the other side of the ball, Saskatchewan Roughriders. They're coming off a comeback win against the Ottawa Red Blacks. We already got a comment stuck in my mind from Wiesel Hefe. He's been a guest on the No Credentials Required podcast, saying McCoffee. What's going on, Wise? Thanks for joining in. I appreciate you. The Ottawa Red Blacks. The Saskatchewan Roughriders had the victory over Ottawa last week. But the intangibles coming into this game, you figured that the Rough Riders would have kind of upper hand because Cody Fajardo was their quarterback last year. They kind of know what his tendencies are. They kind of know what he likes to do, what he doesn't like to do. Unfortunately, that will be kind of moot because Caleb Evans will be in the starting lineup for the Alouettes tonight. So it's not a bad thing to keep your starting personnel out for this type of game, because it's still mid-season. You're still kind of getting, I wouldn't say you're still getting your feet wet, but you're starting to establish yourself in the lineup. You're starting to establish yourself amongst the other teams, and you're just kind of getting that separation to see which teams are going to be the contenders for a playoff spot and which ones are going to be kind of on the outside looking in. Since there's only 9 teams in the CFL, it's I wouldn't say it's plain to see what's going to happen. But right now it's a long way to go. Montreal not quite the halfway point yet. Saskatchewan will have played half their games starting with tonight's game. Interesting history between both these teams. Wise saying I don't watch CFL. I had to come show you some love. Wise, appreciate you, buddy. Love you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Maybe you can get yourself introduced to the game tonight. Watch on CFL Plus and listen to my alternative play-by-play. Love to have you tune in. But yeah, interesting history between both these teams. They both played in the Grey Cup in 2009 and 2010. If you know your history about the CFL, you remember what happened in 2009 with the 13th man for Saskatchewan that led to that really heartbreaking loss to Montreal. Then Montreal repeated the next season with that dramatic win. And then a couple of years ago, we had what my buddy Tim Capper calls the asterisk game, when the game was shut down in the middle of the third quarter due to thunderstorms. So it'll be an interesting game tonight. I'm interested to see what both teams can do. I think what's going to happen is this is going to be a low scoring game. If you pay attention to the lines, Montreal's favored by 5.5, and the over under is 44. So there's some intangibles here. You got Caleb Evans starting at quarterback, so you kind of don't know what you're going to get with him in the lineup. He's played most of his career in Ottawa, signed with Montreal this past offseason as a backup to Cody Fajardo. But we'll see what happens if Caleb Evans does struggle. If Cody Fajardo will come back in the lineup. I understand he's a shoulder issue. His left shoulder is hurting. Well, on the other side of the ball, again, Saskatchewan's coming off a very short week. Played on Sunday. They're playing tonight, and they're traveling across Canada to play in Montreal. So it's going to be an interesting spot to see what happens here. I kind of expect a low-scoring game. I think you got to watch both pass rushes because both defenses can get after the quarterback, and it's going to be interesting to see which offensive line will do the best job on their side of the ball. And it looks like we're just about to go to kickoff here. A couple of interesting stats to throw your way. One play to look out for is Saskatchewan's slot back, number 15, Jonathan Bain. And Jonathan Bain was signed on Saskatchewan Sean Bain Jr. Sean Bain Jr., the third-year player from Northwest Missouri State. He leads the CFL in receiving yards. So I'm going to have to see how he's going to match up against Montreal's secondary. But yeah, it's going to be I think it's going to be what's going to come down to is which side is going to establish the run quickly. I know, again, Stanback is out for this game, excuse me. And taking his place will be number 23, Fletcher. So and with Antwi as his backup. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Which team's going to establish the run quickly so they can get their quarterback comfortable. Mason Fine for Saskatchewan had a pretty good game last game. Got him, but is in front of the home fans. So he's got a 70% completion rating this season, second in the CFL. Took over for Trevor Harris in a week, about 3 weeks ago, when Trevor Harris went down for the season with a broken leg. Although the timetable's not that accurate, he could return. We'll see. But we're getting your game action in just a few minutes or so. So if I have a prediction for this game, again, I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. I think it's going to depend on. I think the game's going to depend on which offensive line can protect their quarterback the best. Like I said, both teams have some trouble with defending their with keeping their quarterbacks upright. I know Montreal's kind of getting their stuff together over the last couple of weeks. Excuse me, I might mute myself here and there. I have a little bit of an allergy issue, a little bit of a cold issue. It's touch and go, but I'm pretty sure. I'm hoping my voice will hold up for the rest of the game. So we'll get starting with kickoff in just a few moments. But first of all, I want to have a quick word from one of our sponsors here at Belly Up Sports, and that is Canadips. Stay tuned for alternative play-by-play with me, Ryan McCarthy, here on No Credentials Required.
Hey guys, this is Hector from the Insert Name FC podcast, here to tell you guys about Canadips. It is a great tasting, superior alternative to traditional dip using CBD in a way that is radical, enjoyable, and effective. It comes in 5 core flavors: wintergreen, mint, citrus, mango, and American spice. Canadips CBD is the new evolution in dip, allowing guys to enjoy great, long-lasting taste without the downsides. If you guys want to go ahead and try them out, use the code BELLYUP20 at CanadipCBD.com. Once again, BELLYUP20 at CanadipCBD.com, and you'll get yourself 20% off your purchase. Thank you again for Canadips for being a great partner of Belly Up Sports.
And thank you, Hector, from Insert Name FC for that quick commercial break from CanadipCBD.com. And use promo code BELLYUP at checkout for 20% off your order. We're still a few minutes away from kickoff, so we're going to play one more commercial. Actually, one more thing I want to remind you of. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button. Smash it responsibly, because that way there are more people get noticed about this, about alternative play-by-play, and also the regular podcast on Mondays. For No Credentials Required, my co-host Dustin and I were doing some movie reviews during the summer. We're doing some sports movie reviews, and we're excited to bring you those. On Monday, we're going to be reviewing Hoosiers, the classic 1987 movie starring Gene Hackman. It's a classic from what I understand. I've never seen the movie. I know it's shocking. There's lots of movies I haven't seen. Hoosiers is one of those games. Hoosiers is one of those movies I have not seen. But it'll be fun. I'll watch it this weekend. Review it on Monday's live stream, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. I also have my appearance on Monday morning with Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Shout out to those guys, Brian Snow and Cole Johnson, as I do my Coffee with McCarthy segment, and that will be Mondays at 10:30 Eastern time. And you can check it out either here on my YouTube page or my Facebook page, or on Snowman Multimedia's YouTube channel. Just a few more minutes away from the kickoff of Saskatchewan at Montreal. Currently on a commercial break for CFL Plus. We'll bring you some play-by-play action once kickoff gets started. Actually, I'll take one more commercial break before the kickoff, and we'll have this word from Mahler Brothers. So stay tuned for the alternative play-by-play here on No Credentials Required. Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required, here to tell you about Mahler Brothers Golf. We all want to look good in the golf course, but it often comes at the expense of feeling good. Mahler Brothers Golf has polos that look good and feel good. With their lightweight and stretchy material that hugs your body, you will feel cool while looking just as cool. Their polos are guaranteed to make you look better, but it's up to you to golf better. On a hot summer's day on the golf course, there's no polo that you would rather wear than Mahler Brothers Golf signature polos. Mahler Brothers Golf has a large catalog of polos with designs for those who want a loud design and others for those who want a subtle and sleek-looking design. They also have fun t-shirts, hats, tumblers, and so much more to make your golfing experience better. Head to MahlerBrothers.com. It's MAHLERBROS. Use promo code BELLYUP at checkout for 15% off. All right, folks, we are approaching kickoff. As you can see on your screen, if you're watching CFL Plus, there's Rod Smith and Dwayne Ford. Looks like they just finished the coin toss, so we'll find out who's going to be receiving and who's going to be deferring to the next half. And there you see Caleb Evans getting his first start of the season, 14th career start, most of them with the Ottawa Red Blacks. And he gets his first start in place of Cody Fajardo. So again, Cody Fajardo not starting this game due to a shoulder injury. So I'll go to there we go. All right. So you don't have to see my ugly mug for the rest of the game until about halftime. So there's a nice little graphic here that I created for tonight's affair because I can't legally show the game while it's going on my window. So rather than get a copyright strike from TSN or from CFL, I'm just going to show you this graphic. And we're just about to kick off. There's Jason Moss in his first season with the Alouettes as the head coach. Last season, he was the offensive coordinator for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. So another storyline going in of coach versus coach. Jason Moss is also a multi-year veteran of the CFL. Is a Grey Cup, two-time Grey Cup winner with the Edmonton, what was the Edmonton Eskimos. Now he shares his knowledge as a head coach. So it looks like Saskatchewan will be kicking off and Montreal will be receiving. So Montreal will go on offense first. As we wait the kickoff, we're underway in Montreal. As this ball is taken by number 6. And this is a nice return on the right sideline. Forced out of bounds just past midfield. And that was by number 6, Tyson Philpott from the University of Calgary. So here we go. Caleb Evans on the field starting tonight for the Montreal Alouettes. Because as I mentioned, Cody Fajardo is on the sideline. He will not start tonight. He is a reserve quarterback due to a shoulder problem. Have been in and out of practice all week. Practiced on Wednesday, did not practice on Tuesday. 1st and 10 from the 54-yard line of Saskatchewan. And already we've got a flag. It looks like it's going to be an illegal procedure on Montreal. So already off to a bad start. Montreal's already off to a bad start. As soon as I get on the field, penalty flag. Penalty flag for illegal formation. So now we'll get started. 1st and 15, Montreal at their own 51-yard line. As the high motion men start to get in motion, Caleb Evans at the snap. He'll hand off to number 25, Fletcher. That will be... Yep, that'll be Walter Fletcher. And he'll have a gain of about 3 or 4. Legendary offensive coordinator, legendary Anthony Calvillo. All-time leading passer in terms of yards in pro football history, I believe. So here we go. 2nd down 11 from midfield. Montreal at midfield, just a little bit past before the midfield stripe. As Caleb Evans goes to shotgun formation, back to pass. And he throws it to the left side, and it is going to be, looks like it's going to be caught. That's a catch. Brilliant catch by number 85, Tyler Sneed. Brilliant catch. Great throw by Caleb Evans going far, and then Ooh. If I'm no, he got 1 foot down. He got 1 foot down. All he needs is 1 foot in the CFL. Nick Marshall pleading his case, saying it was out of bounds, but it was not out of bounds. Great catch, great stride. First down for Montreal at Saskatchewan's 40. Fletcher gets the handoff, and there's already a flag, and there's a flag down. So it could be either illegal formation or it could be offside. Let's see what the call is. I have in 2 minutes in, we got 2 flags, 2 penalties. All right, maybe there's no penalty at all. Oh, illegal procedure for Montreal. So that penalty was declined by Saskatchewan, so that'll be second and 10. So actually there's no gain on that play. Oh, they pushed it back a yard. They pushed it up a yard. So gain of about half a yard on that play. So it's 2nd and 9 for Montreal, the Saskatchewan 39. High motion men go in motion. As Elevin goes back to pass, draw play. So now it's a draw play. Now we got a flag again. I suspect it's probably in the field of holding, but Caleb Evans with a hefty gain, probably gaining about 20 yards there. But there is a penalty flag, and I suspect that is in the realm of holding on the offense. No, it's offside. Offside on Saskatchewan. So this 3 penalties and less than not even 2 minutes into the game. And offside for number 45. Number 45 there, Pete Robertson. So he was offside. And Caleb Evans with looks like to be about 25-yard run. So first down for Montreal from Saskatchewan 12-yard line, moving the ball well. Here's the handoff to Fletcher. And Fletcher, he goes back outside, bounces back inside, and he'll get about a 6-yard gain. So it'll be a 2nd down and 5, about 2nd down and 4. So these are manageable situations here in the CFL. Since you only have 3 downs, you want to make your first down the bigger chunk of the play. So you have 2nd and short or get another first down. That way you don't face a 3rd and long. So 2nd down and 4 from Saskatchewan's 6-yard line. Evans back to pass. No, he'll hand off to Fletcher, who goes inside. Inside again. Looks like he's got the first down. And I believe they'll mark him right at the 1.5 yard line. And it appears to be 3rd down and short. So Montreal looks like it's going to go for it. It's a short yard situation. It's probably less than a yard. I imagine. Nope. They'll mark a first down. 1st and goal for Montreal. The clock ticking just at 12 minutes left in the first quarter. And even though, and it looks like a William Stanback's on the sideline. He's out for this game with an injury. 1st and goal for Montreal at the Saskatchewan 2-yard line. Shotgun formation. Pistol formation. Fletcher gets the handoff. He goes inside, and he's immediately stopped. No, he keeps going. He keeps going, but he gets stopped behind. And good play there by Pete Robertson, number 45, as they're tangled. Let's watch this in the replay. And off to Fletcher, and Robertson gets immediately inside, coming from the left side. And Fletcher kept his legs moving, but he gets stopped for no gain. So it's 2nd and goal. It looks like it's going to be from the Saskatchewan 2-yard line. A great play, the good hustle there by Fletcher to try to keep things moving, but keep the play going. But he was stopped immediately. And 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line. Caleb Evans goes under center. He's going to try to sneak it in, and he does. Touchdown. Touchdown, Montreal Alouettes, as Caleb Evans gets his first touchdown of the year. And Montreal already has a 6-0 lead. They went heavy on the right side on that play. As you can see in the replay, he gets a nice block inside, nice block on the edge, and opens up a little bit of a hole for Caleb Evans, and he goes right in touchdown Alouettes. And coming onto the field for the conversion is David Cote. Spot, snap, kick is up, and it's good. It's good. With 10:30 remaining in the first quarter, Montreal Alouettes have a 7-0 lead on the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And we go to commercial break. TSN's going to commercial break. So I'll go to commercial break. So you're listening to or watching the No Credentials Required alternative play-by-play. Let's go to this message from Manscaped.
Spring has sprung, and our friends at Manscaped have the best tools for some spring cleaning. They've already helped you tidy up all the nooks and crannies of your body's basement. But this year, Manscaped can help you get the perfect presentation on that beautiful face with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Make sure you look your best this spring by using code BELLY20 to get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. So tame your mane with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. The sun is peeking back out, which means you'll have to show your face in the daylight again. So use the kit to make sure your scruff looks award-winning, whether you have glorious beard flow or some smooth, sleek cheeks. Save 20% off and free shipping with the code BELLY20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code BELLY20 at manscaped.com. Focus on the face and use the Beard Hedger Pro Kit for the cleanest look in the game.
All right, folks. Schmidt Happens says it's fun to say Saskatchewan. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's also funny that the Saskatchewan Roughriders, they have a nickname derived from Theodore Roosevelt's crew in the Spanish-American War. All right, we're shortly coming back to commercial break. Here's a look at that touchdown drive. Caleb Evans with that nice, that's the key play, the Caleb Evans run on that first down on 2nd and long. That kept the drive alive. And then Montreal keeps going. Momentum shift. And now they're up 7-0. So here we go with the kickoff. As Montreal kicks off here. Alford from inside his own 20, wrapped up at the 30-yard line. Mario Alford, the ever dangerous kick returner for Saskatchewan. Now, Mason Fine coming on the field to lead the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Mason Fine had a great game last week against the Ottawa Redblacks. And already we're going to commercial. So we might as well go do another commercial. Here we go. There's a commercial. Here we go from Invader Coffee and from SeatGeek. This episode of No Credentials Required is brought to you by Invader Coffee. For the coffee lover who wants good, quality coffee with no bullshit and no filler, Invader Coffee is an ultra-premium, veteran-owned coffee company proudly delivering only the best coffee your hard-earned money can buy. They aim to only serve the highest quality, organic, air-roasted coffee beans sourced from free trade farms all over the world. They keep things simple. The best coffee at an affordable price in order to provide you with the value you deserve for your morning boost. 100% fair trade, 100% organic coffee beans, 100% air-roasted, 100% money-back guarantee. Visit invadercoffee.com, enter promo code BELLYUP at checkout, and receive 15% off your order. Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at BellyUp Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets. And hopefully we'll be back soon with more CFL action. And looks like we're about to come back. So here's a tape of Mason Fine's great game last week. 23-37, 296 yards and a touchdown. against the Ottawa Redblacks in their win, which has snapped a 3-game losing streak. So Mason Fine will start his 3rd game in a row. And again, that's because Trevor Harris went down with a broken leg. He's got 998 yards this season, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, making his 4th straight start for the Roughriders. First down from their own 30-yard line for Mason Fine. Quick pass to the outside, and it's a nice little run there by and it's tripped up. It's like a gain about 4 yards. And that was to Sean Bain Jr. So the leading receiver in the CFL getting 4 yards on that gain. So about 2nd down and 6. Again, coming back to Montreal is Jacob Winicky, number 1 wide receiver. Played with Montreal for the last 4 seasons. 2nd down and 7 for Saskatchewan at their own 33-yard line. They're 8th in the CFL in 2nd down conversions for this season. So we'll see what happens on this play. We'll be another 2 and out. Mason Fine back to pass. He'll throw to the far side and find his receiver who will get the first down. That's to number 83, Jarrett Stearns. So Stearns with the catch and gets enough for the first down. He'll get 9 yards on that reception. As you see on the replay there, he keeps pumping his legs. Great job there. First down for the Roughriders at their own 42-yard line now. Fine goes back to pass. He finds his receiver and is wrapped up almost immediately for a gain of about 3 yards. That's number 14, Tevin Jones. As you see on the screen for CFL Plus, there is the lineup for the Montreal Alouettes defensively. Now it's 2nd and 7 again for the Roughriders from their own 45-yard line. Empty backfield, 6-pack of receivers. Fine goes back to pass, receives a snap, and he's going to run for it. He'll get it's going to be a face mask. That's going to be a face mask penalty. Number 44 for the Alouettes. That's Bryce Notry from Southern Illinois. He looks like he tried to get a piece of his Mason Fine's jersey, but unfortunately he got the face mask instead. And that'll be a personal foul penalty. So we see here on the replay, Mason Fine with a nice move, and then Notry just grits his face mask. And that will be an automatic 15-yard penalty and automatic first down. 7:52 remaining in the first quarter. And Saskatchewan will be at the Montreal 45-yard line. Fresh new set of downs here for the Roughriders. First and 10. Now in Montreal territory. 4 wide on the right side. Men go in motion. They'll pick the handoff. Fine goes back to pass. He's going to find a receiver. No, it's blocked. It's tipped away. And it's tipped away by number 35, Reggie Stubblefield. Great defensive play there by Stubblefield. They'll be 2nd down and 10. No, Schmidt, no color commentary from Dustin tonight, I'm afraid. And we're going to see in the replay. Great job. Great closing speed there by Stubblefield. Didn't quite get his hands on it, but did just enough to distract the receiver. 2nd down and 10. For Montreal's 45. Mason Fine goes back to pass. He finds a receiver. It's tipped away by Stubblefield. Stubblefield's back there again. He's making all sorts of disruptions here tonight. 3rd down and 10. 3rd and long for Saskatchewan. Looks like the field goal is going to come out. Here we're seeing the replay. Fine goes back to pass, makes a quick pass, and Stubblefield just knocks it away. Almost an interception there. As he sat back in coverage and just tipped the pass away. Hey, sometimes a tip is just as good as an interception, especially if it's 2nd down. So 3rd and 10 for Saskatchewan. And back to punt is Corsack. Gets it away to Landry. Landry inside the 10-yard line. He gets about 2 yards in that gain. So 6:54 remaining in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Montreal. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more play-by-play action. And I forgot the ticker. My apologies. There we go. There's your ticker. All right, now we'll take a commercial break. Stay tuned for more No Credentials Required alternative. And hey, might as well play an ad for my show. Here we go. That's right, folks. Catch No Credentials Required this coming Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going through our summer movie review series. We'll do another edition of The List. We'll play some more Questions for Humans, Guys Night Edition. We'll get back to live action from Percival Molson Stadium in Montreal. Action between the Montreal Alouettes and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. It's 7-0 Montreal, as Montreal's offense takes the field for their second offensive possession of this quarter. From their own 9-yard line. First down for Montreal with 6:47 remaining in the quarter. And Evans hands off to Fletcher. Fletcher takes to the left side, He'll get a healthy gain of about 5 yards there. So it'll be second down and 5 for Montreal. And again, Cody Fajardo out. He's not out for the game, but he's not starting in this game. If you watch some of the highlights from the last game, he did suffer a shoulder injury, and he will not start in this. He's not starting this game, obviously. Caleb Evans is in the lineup. As you can see there, if you're watching on CFL Plus, there we go. Second and 4 for Montreal, and now Caleb Evans takes a sack. That's by number 90, Miles Brown. So Miles Brown gets the sack. It's a 2-and-out for Montreal, and the punt unit will come out with 5:45 to go in the first quarter. Coming from the left side there, and Brown is just going to push his way through. Bull rush his way through and get to Evans. So great breakdown there from the Saskatchewan front four. They force a 2-and-out. So it's 3rd and 11. 6 sacks against Ottawa last week. They've already got one in the first quarter. So Montreal, 2-and-out. First in the CFL, only 20% of the time. Here is the punter, Zima. Gets one away to Alford. Again, Alford's very dangerous, but he gets swallowed there for about 3 yards. So Saskatchewan takes over inside Montreal territory. When we come back for this edition of the No Credentials Required alternative play-by-play, take a quick commercial break from Mahler Brothers. Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required here to tell you about Mahler Brothers Golf. We all want to look good in the golf course, but it often comes at the expense of feeling good. Mahler Brothers Golf has polos that look good and feel good. With their lightweight and stretchy material that hugs your body, you will feel cool while looking just as cool. Their polos are guaranteed to make you look better, but it's up to you to golf better. On a hot summer's day on the golf course, there's no polo that you would rather wear than Mahler Brothers Golf signature polos. Mahler Brothers Golf has a large catalog of polos with designs for those who want a loud design and others for those who want a subtle and sleek-looking design. They also have fun t-shirts, hats, tumblers, and so much more to make your golfing experience better. Head to MahlerBrothers.com. It's MAHLERBROS. Use promo code BELLYUP at checkout for 15% off. All right, folks, we're just waiting for the game to come back. Just to remind you, at halftime, I'll have a couple of guests live from Montreal, live from Percival Molson Stadium. My friends Tim Capper and Cliffy Pine from the Alouettes flight deck. They'll be joining us to get their perspective. We'll get their perspective live from Molson Stadium. We'll let you find out what they're looking at, what they're observing for the game. As Montreal kicks again 2-0 out for Montreal. And Saskatchewan just about to start inside Montreal territory. Very good field position. We'll see what they can do on the second possession for them of the second quarter. So Mason Fine from the Montreal 41, first down and 10. Inside 5 minutes left remaining in the first quarter. Fine's in the shotgun snap. He'll snap it to Morrow. Morrow on the right side. He breaks a tackle. He breaks 2 tackles, and he's down about the 28-yard line. That's a first down for Saskatchewan. It's Jamal Morrow who's the leading rusher for Saskatchewan. Good play there. Nice seal on the edge there. Gets to the outside. Breaks 1 tackle. Breaks 2 tackles and managed to keep his feet and get 2 more yards, and it's a first down for Saskatchewan. They're at Montreal's 28-yard line. 4:20 remaining in the first quarter. As Fine gets the shotgun snap, he'll hand to Morrow again, who's going to run the left side this time. And he's tackled about a 4-yard gain there. And he appears to be, nope, he gets back up. Thought he was hurt, but he got back up. And he's going back in the lineup. So second and 6 for Saskatchewan. Sorry, folks, had to sneeze there. All right, second down and 6 at Montreal's 24-yard line for Saskatchewan. Mason Fine goes back to pass. He finds a receiver. Nope, just short. Threw it a little bit low there for Sean Bain. Now it's 3rd and 6, and it appears the field goal unit will come out. I think Fine just didn't get his feet set, and he didn't get quite the zip he wanted on that throw. Looks like it was throwing while pedaling backwards. And now it'll result in a 3rd down and 6 as Brett Lowther comes out to attempt a field goal from 24 yards. He's 19 of 23 this season as Brett Lowther comes to kick what looks like to be a chip shot. But you never know in this league. Spot set, and right down Broadway, Brett Lowther gets 3 on the board for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. 3:18 remaining in the first quarter. It's Montreal 7, Saskatchewan 3. And just waiting to see if they go to commercial break, and they're going to keep going. I forgot in the CFL, if a field goal is kicked, looks like Montreal's offense is coming on the field, so there won't be a kickoff here. As we know in the CFL, or if you're new to the CFL, the offense has the option of either taking a kickoff or starting at their 35-yard line after a field goal is made. So it looks like Montreal will take it from their own 40-yard line. So 40-yard line, just coming up on 3 minutes left in the first quarter. As Montreal is back out on offense. Shotgun snap for Evans. He's going to hand off to Fletcher. No, he's going to play action and roll to his right. He can't quite find a receiver, so he's just going to try to just do something with nothing. And it's incomplete, as he's shoved out of bounds there by Robertson and Micah Johnson. 2nd down and 10 for Montreal from their own 40-yard line. Micah Johnson, the veteran defensive lineman, had quite the career. As you see him in there on the inside, playing defensive tackle. It very well to stay with It looks like they tried to chip him on the inside there with the receivers, not quite going there. 2nd down and 10 for Montreal, 2:40 left in the first quarter. Evans goes back to pass from the shotgun snap. He's going to run this time, and he's going to get about 3, 4, 5 yards, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. So another 2 and out forced by the Saskatchewan defense, as the punt unit will come out for the Alouettes. So after that first drive, its first scoring drive for Montreal, Saskatchewan has forced 2 3 and outs from the Alouettes. So it's staying in this game. As number 36, Joseph Zima, comes out to punt for the Alouettes. Be punting to Alford. Gets the punt away. Looks to angle it out of bounds, but Alford takes it. No, he steps out of bounds. He'll step out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So solid punt there. No return. As Saskatchewan's offense comes out on the field. That was a 48-yard punt by Joseph Zima and no return. So Mason Fine comes back on the field to lead the Saskatchewan offense with 1:44 remaining in the first quarter. Saskatchewan coming in this game at 4-4, 3rd place in the West Division. They would be eligible for the playoffs if the season were to end today. So there's tripped quads to right. Now they're in motion. And Fine will hand off. No, he'll fake the handoff to Morrow. And he'll dump it off for, looks like to be a 5-yard gain. The pass was complete to Stearns. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. So again, the CFL, because you only get 3 downs, you want to make first down. You make your first down yardage manageable for 2nd down if you don't get the first down. And that's a 2nd down and manageable 5 yards. So we come up to under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Saskatchewan from their own 21-yard line. Mason Fine goes back to pass. He's under pressure. He escapes the pocket. He'll roll out of the pocket. He's going to run. He's going to get the first down. Gain of about 6 yards there. And he'll get the first down. We'll take a look at the replay. He looked to the right. He looked to his right, but then he had a man in his face. That was number 9, Jamal Davis, coming off the edge and almost getting in his face. But Mason Fine had the mental acuity there to just start running. First down and 10 for Saskatchewan at their own 27-yard line. As men come in high motion, he's going to hand it off to Morrow. Morrow's going to sneak on the right side. He's going to go inside and come back inside. Now, since that's going to come back inside, he'll get a gain of about 7, and that will end the first quarter. Oh, no, sorry. We got 1 second left. As the officials move the chains, it'll be about 2nd and 3. Mason Fine listens for his play callers. Sorry, 2nd down and 2. So it's a gain of 8 there by Jamal Morrow. And we come down to double zeros, but in the CFL, you still get a chance to run a play. Fine, hands off to Morrow. No, he's gonna pass it this time. It's gonna be a no gain. He finds Bain, but there's no gain as Montreal's defense forces Montreal. It looks like we're going to force Saskatchewan to punt. It's number 24, Marc-Antoine Dequoy, was there to make the tackle. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. So live from Montreal Molson Stadium, it's the Montreal Alouettes 7 and the Saskatchewan Roughriders 3. We will take a quick commercial break, and I'll have the scores updated for you in the ticker below. We'll get to second quarter action in just a moment, but we'll return in just a few moments. First, we have a couple of messages from our friends at Manscaped and our friends at Canadips.
Spring has sprung, and our friends at Manscaped have the best tools for some spring cleaning. They've already helped you tidy up all the nooks and crannies of your body's basement. But this year, Manscaped can help you get the perfect presentation on that beautiful face with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Make sure you look your best this spring by using code BELLY20 to get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. So tame your mane with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. The sun is peeking back out, which means you'll have to show your face in the daylight again. So use the kit to make sure your scruff looks award-winning, whether you have glorious beard flow or some smooth, sleek cheeks. Save 20% off and free shipping with the code BELLY20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code BELLY20 at manscaped.com. Focus on the face and use the Beard Hedger Pro Kit for the cleanest look in the game.
Hey guys, this is Hector from the Insert Name FC podcast here to tell you guys about Canadips. It is a great tasting, superior alternative to traditional dip using CBD in a way that is radical, enjoyable, and effective. It comes in 5 core flavors: wintergreen, mint, citrus, mango, and American spice. Canadips CBD is the new evolution in dip, allowing guys to enjoy great, long-lasting taste without the downsides. If you guys want to go ahead and try them out, use the code BELLYUP20 at CanadipsCBD.com. Once again, BELLYUP20 at CanadipsCBD.com, and you'll get yourself 20% off your purchase. Thank you again for Canadips for being a great partner of Belly Up Sports.
Right. So we're just about to come back to second quarter action from Montreal's Percival Molson Stadium on the campus of McGill University. And we'll start the second quarter with a punt. Or I wonder if Coach Dickinson's going to keep his offense on the field because it's 3rd down and 2. As you can see, Caleb Evans warming up on the sideline. Looks like he's ready to go. Looks like he's ready to go back on the field, but you never know what Craig Dickinson's going to dial up for Saskatchewan Roughriders, if he's going to gamble and go for it inside his own half of the field. There's head coach Jason Moss along with Cody Berjardo, and this is going to be a punt. So Korsak will go back to punt, although the formation looks a bit suspect, as if this is going to be a punt. This is going to be a fake. But there is a penalty on the field. It's going to be illegal. This would delay a game. And that pushes the Rough Riders back 5 yards. So it'll now be 3rd down and 7. So Craig Dickinson, who's a former special teams coach himself, is a little disappointed in his team. So punt formation here for Saskatchewan as Korsak goes back to punt. He gets it away to Landry. Landry is going to receive it and go out of bounds at his own 24-yard line. And that will be a 56-yard punt and no return by Worthy, excuse me. a little bit of blocking there. As Montreal's offense comes back on the field, starting from their own 24-yard line with 4, because the clock counts down to the first half. It's first quarter. Here's Fletcher with the carry on first down. Looks to be about 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 4. This will be a much more manageable 4 yards on 2nd down here for Montreal inside their own territory. As we're coming up on 14 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2nd down and 6 for Montreal at their own 28-yard line. Again, Caleb Evans gets the start tonight in place of Cody Fajardo. Evans back in the shotgun. Goes back to pass. He's going to dump it off. It's going to be a screen to Fletcher. He's got blockers. Going to the 40, to the 45, the 50, into midfield, the 50, the 45, the 40. He's on the left side, still on his feet. To the 20-yard line, to the 15, inside the 15-yard line, to about the 13-yard line. Huge gain there for Jamal Fletcher on the screen. Great play called by Montreal. It's going to be 1st down and goal inside to the Saskatchewan 14-yard line. A 68-yard passing play from Caleb Evans to, Walter Fletcher, He had blockers in front. Not only did he have blockers, he had speed. As we look on the replay here, he was virtually untouched until inside Saskatchewan's 20-yard line. So he'll get a breather. As we go to first down for Montreal inside Saskatchewan's 14-yard lines. Antwi gets the handoff. Antwi down to the 4-yard line. It's going to be a first down. So Jeshurun Antwi with the carry there. 25-year-old from the University of Calgary, who, fun fact, is a teacher outside. Who's a teacher at a local school when he's not playing with the Montreal Alouettes. So actually, it'll be second and inches. So he didn't quite get the first down. So it'll be second down and very, very short for Montreal at the Saskatchewan 4-yard line. As we see here, Caleb Evans going under center. Looks like it'll be a sneak play for the first down. And he'll sneak on the left side. He'll get a push from the offensive line, and that'll be a first down inside the 1-yard line. So Montreal, after consecutive 2-and-outs, they get inside Saskatchewan's 5-yard line. It'll be first down and goal from the 1. So let's see what happens here. We'll see if it's if Evans is going to go back under center and try to sneak it in for another touchdown, or if they're going to try some sort of play fake here. Looks like it's going to be a sneak. Yep, on the right side. And we don't have a call just yet. Looks like he's short. Pardon me. So Caleb Evans tries to sneak it in again, but he's just short of the goal line. He'll be second down and goal coming up on 11 minutes left in the first quarter. So good push by the offensive line, but Caleb Evans just didn't quite get enough mustard on his run, on his push, to touch the goal line. Second down and goal from the Saskatchewan 1-yard line. Caleb Evans one more time, and he's going to get across this time. That's going to be his second rushing touchdown of the evening. Caleb Evans, his second TD run of the game, and Montreal is up 13-3 with 10:37 remaining in the second quarter. Excuse me. Here's a replay. Great push by the offensive line. He did Evans just had to do just enough to get to the goal line, and that will be another touchdown. So David Cote to come out and attempt the extra point to put Montreal up 14-3. Spot, set, kick is up and away, and it's right down Broadway, and that is good. 10:24 remaining in the second quarter. The Montreal Alouettes are up 14-3. You are watching or listening to the alternative play-by-play from No Credentials Required. Let me just update the scoreboard. Scoreline, excuse me. And we shall return in just a moment or two. Let's get a quick commercial break from Invader Coffee and from SeatGeek. This episode of No Credentials Required is brought to you by Invader Coffee. For the coffee lover who wants good, quality coffee with no bullshit and no filler, Invader Coffee is an ultra-premium, veteran-owned coffee company proudly delivering only the best coffee your hard-earned money can buy. They aim to only serve the highest quality, organic, air-roasted coffee beans sourced from free trade farms all over the world. They keep things simple. The best coffee at an affordable price in order to provide you with the value you deserve for your morning boost. 100% fair trade, 100% organic coffee beans, 100% air roasted, 100% money back guarantee. Visit invadercoffee.com, enter promo code BELLYUP at checkout, and receive 15% off your order. Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at BellyUp Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets. All right, we're coming back to the game very, very shortly. 5 plays, 86 yards for that scoring drive. And the big play on this drive was the 68-yard screen on second down and 6 from Caleb Evans to Walter Fletcher. And Caleb Evans with the short run for the score. So no worries here for the Montreal Alouettes. And again, coming off of two consecutive 2-and-outs, they get themselves a touchdown. Here we go, kickoff. And kicking off to Alford. Alford takes it from his 12-yard line. Coming up on the left side, he's tackled for a 10-yard gain. And Saskatchewan's offense will be back on the field. Let's see what Mason Fine and the Saskatchewan offense can do here. 10-16 remaining in the second quarter. Montreal is up 14-3. And since the CFL Plus stream is on a commercial break, we might as well take another commercial break. And I'll play an ad for my show, No Credentials Required. Just waiting for the stream to come back from CFL Plus. Just want to remind you on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back. Dustin and I will be back. Schmidt asked me if there's no color commentary from Dustin. No, this is my kind of little fun project on the side that I like to do, Schmidt. But thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it. And I just want to remind you, if you're watching on the 3 networks that we're streaming on, either Facebook, YouTube, or on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, just smash that like button. Smash responsibly. Here we go. Saskatchewan from their 42-yard line, first down. As Moore gets the handoff, comes back inside, and he's stuffed. He's met there by number 49, Frederic Chanon, and number 44, Bryce Notary. So just a gain of about 1. And it'll be second down and 9, for the Roughriders. Second and 9 from their own 43-yard line. Trips to the right for the Roughriders. Mason Fine gets the shotgun snap, back to pass, and he's met immediately. That's a duck being thrown, but it's a catch. No, it's a drop. Looks like Fine's arm was hit as the Montreal Alouettes defense came on a corner blitz. And that was number 26, Tyrese Beverett. And looks like he's going to come from the left side here on the replay on a corner blitz. He's going to disrupt Mason Fine's throwing motion. And Jones came back for the ball, but he didn't quite get the pass. So Korsak with the punt. It's going to kick it out of bounds at the 27-yard line of Montreal. So Korsak with the punt, 40-yard punt, out of bounds, and Montreal's offense will come back on the field. So we're at 9:10 remaining in the second quarter. So it'll be 9:05 remaining in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for Montreal from their own 27-yard line. As men go in motion, Evans hands it off to Fletcher, who goes on the right side. Nice little gain there. And he's gonna be got a nice chunk of change there, about 16-yard run. Sorry, 20-yard run there. 1st down for Montreal. As you can see, the offensive line going to open up a nice little hole, seal the edge there. Nice little run by Fletcher. Nine touches for 45 yards and 45 rushing yards for Fletcher and 68 receiving yards. As it's 1st and 10 for Montreal for their own 47-yard line. He'll get about a gain of 6, about 5 or 6 and going close to midfield. So 2nd down for Montreal. We take a look there at Jason Shivers, the defensive coordinator for Saskatchewan. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Montreal from their own 52-yard line. Fletcher gets a break. Got men in motion. Evans in pistol formation. He's going to hand off to Antwi. No, he's going to fake it. And he breaks it outside to number 6, Tyson Philpott. And he'll get enough for the first down. He'll get about a gain of about 7 or 8. That's a 9-yard gain, excuse me. Let's take a look at the replay here. Nice run pass option. Dumps it off to Philpott on the short side. And Philpott gets 9 yards for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 for Montreal and Saskatchewan's 49-yard line, coming up on 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Pistol formation for Evans. He'll hand it off to Antwi. And Antwi is going to be met in the backfield. That's going to be a loss. That's going to be a loss of about 5 or 6. I'm sorry, about 3 yards there. So it'll be 2nd down and 13 for Montreal. As he's met in the backfield by their Brown and by Robertson. They force him backwards. He's stopped. So Pete Robertson him and Brown started the package. 2nd down. And it's a rush to the outside. And he's stopped. And then stop it. So Landry stopped. Or Worthy stopped, excuse me. 2-yard loss by Nick Marshall there. So a short little pass by Caleb Evans actually turns out to be a loss. So that pitch pass to Worthy and Nick Marshall virtually unblocked. It's a 2-yard loss. So Montreal, as Joseph Zima comes in to punt for Montreal at Saskatchewan's 54-yard line. Zima gets the kick away. This gets the kick away to Alford. Alford, always dangerous. Come up on the right side. He's pushed out of bounds after about an 11-yard gain to Montreal's 16-yard, their own 16-yard line. So CFL Plus is taking a commercial break. And I might as well take one too. That was a 48-yard punt. And Montreal and Alfred had a 15-yard return, so a net of 33. 5:33 remaining in the second quarter. We'll take a quick commercial break from Mahler Brothers here on the No Credentials Required alternative play-by-play. Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required here to tell you about Mahler Brothers Golf. We all want to look good in the golf course, but it often comes at the expense of feeling good. Mahler Brothers Golf has polos that look good and feel good. With their lightweight and stretchy material that hugs your body, you will feel cool while looking just as cool. Their polos are guaranteed to make you look better, but it's up to you to golf better. On a hot summer's day on the golf course, there's no polo that you would rather wear than Mahler Brothers Golf signature polos. Mahler Brothers Golf has a large catalog of polos with designs for those who want a loud design and others for those who want a subtle and sleek looking design. They also have fun t-shirts, hats, tumblers, and so much more to make your golfing experience better. Head to MahlerBrothers.com. It's MAHLERBROS. Use promo code BELLYUP at checkout for 15% off. As we wait for the CFL Plus stream to come back, again, just want to remind you, Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time here on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter, it's another edition of No Credentials Required with me and my co-host Dustin. As we go through our summer movie series, we'll do another installment of the list, and we'll also do another round of Questions for Humans Guys Night Edition. So appreciate you joining us. Appreciate you joining me tonight on the alternative play-by-play between Montreal and Saskatchewan. As Saskatchewan starts their own 21-yard line, first down and 10. Mason Fine goes back to pass. He's going to roll out of the pocket, and he's going to run for it. He's going to slide at the 25-yard line, but since he started from the 24, and he appears to be in a little bit of pain, slow to get up, and he's limping a little bit. So are we going to see Jacob Dolegala in this game? We just might, as the clock stops with 4:53 remaining in the second quarter. So we look here in the replay. Fine goes back to pass, but he's going to get flushed out of the pocket and take off for it. And it looks like he may have tweaked something. Looks like he was holding his hamstring as that play ended. It looks like, he might have jammed up his hamstring, because the first thing he was but has hand on was his hamstring. He's still down. So looks like Jake Dolegala, second-year quarterback from Central Connecticut State, will be coming into the game for the Saskatchewan Roughriders with 4:53 remaining in the second quarter, and they're down by 11. And as soon as we get on they're shaking their head. Yeah, it's tough. Injuries are tough in sports. Doesn't matter what sport you're in. And I'll check the feed on TSN side to see what's going on. And he's limping and he's favoring his right leg. So Mason Fine is coming out of the game. He'll be replaced by Jake Dolegala. So it's kind of tough to see what happened here. Don't know if it's a knee or if it's a hamstring injury. But he was slow to get up, and he went back down. Now he's limping off the field, favoring his right leg. Got a slight limp now as he walks towards the sideline. And now it's second down and 7 for Saskatchewan from their own 24-yard line as Jake Dolegala comes into the game. And he'll look to spark plug this offense. Shotgun snap. Back to pass is Dolegala. He'll find his receiver, and that is number 83, Jared Stearns. He'll get the first down. Looks to be about a gain of about 13. No, sorry, gain of about 7. My bad. So Dolegala gets the first down in his first action of the game. As we approach 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Dolegala flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run, and he'll get about 3 yards. So it'll be second down. It'll be second down and 7. So gain of about 3 there. Dolegala has seen limited action this season. He came in relief of Fine in touchdown Atlantic. and he led the Riders to their only touchdown of the game in that blowout win for Toronto about 2 weeks ago. 2nd down and 7 for Saskatchewan at their own 36-yard line. Dolegala back to pass, finds a receiver. No, it's picked off. It's intercepted by number 48, Kablon Ento. And Ento gets inside the 30-yard line of Saskatchewan. Jablon Ento reading Dolegala, and now they're celebrating in the end zone. Let's take a look at that replay. He's looking for Emelis, and it was read rightly by Ento. Gets the pickoff, gets the run, gets tackled inside the 30-yard line. And Montreal has great field position to get themselves a possible touchdown with just about 3 minutes, right before the 3-minute warning. So Ento, you see the replay there. Dolegala tried to reach out and make a tackle, but Ento got away. And Dolegala's head for the sidelines. So we first down and 10 for Montreal at Saskatchewan's 26-yard line, with 3:18 remaining in the second quarter. Just waiting on the action to come back live. Don't know if there's an injury on the field or there's other things going on, but show the replay again. Dwayne Ford's giving a breakdown, and great break. That's a great break there by Ento. Man. All right, here we go. First down, Montreal, as Evans, play action, rolls right. He's going to find a receiver. He's going to be picked off. He's going to be picked off by number 16, Amari Henderson. So as soon as Montreal's defense gets off the field, they go back on. As Caleb Evans throws he looks like he tried to find Sneed, but Robertson got in front of it. Sorry, Henderson got in front of it. All right. So Saskatchewan will start from their own 6-yard line when you come back from commercial break. We're under 3 minutes, so the 3-minute warning here. 2:52 remaining in the second quarter. We'll take a quick commercial break here as well from me. All right, we were waiting for CFL Plus's coverage to come back. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern Monday night on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, or X, whichever you want to call it. As we just saw dueling interceptions between Montreal and Saskatchewan. Jacob Dolegala coming in for Mason Fine. He throws an interception. And the very next play, Caleb Evans throws an interception to Saskatchewan. So Saskatchewan starts on their own 6-yard line. 2:52 remaining in the second quarter. Dolegala's shotgun snap, hands off to Moreau. Moreau to the outside, to the left side, and he's going to be forced out of bounds with a gain of only 1 yard. So 2nd down and 9 for Saskatchewan. See in the replay here, Ento with the interception for Montreal. And the very next play, Henderson with the interception for Saskatchewan. So, I'm not sure if it's going to be a momentum killer here. We'll find out from my friends Tim and Cliffy at halftime. 2:40 remaining in the second quarter, second down and 8 for Saskatchewan at their own 8-yard line. Delegala back to pass, under pressure, gets the pass off and almost intercepted there. Almost intercepted there by Wesley Sutton. And it'll be third down and long for Saskatchewan. So he's here in the replay back to pass. Delegala gets hit as he throws, throwing to pretty much center field. Thought he had a receiver. Sutton was in the backfield, but unfortunately it was just bounced just short. And we're going to see if there's going to be a safety or if Korsak's going to punt it away. There is a challenge flag here. Craig Dickinson has challenged the play, and we'll see what the challenge is going to be all about. I wonder if it's going to be for pass interference or roughing the passer. So it's going to be a challenge for pass interference. And Craig Dickinson, not very great at challenges. He's only 10 for 27 for career challenges. So I wonder if he saw something or one of his spotters saw something and he decided to throw the flag. And we'll see in the replay here if there's any if he's got a case for pass interference. 2:35 remaining in the second quarter. Montreal up 14-3. And again, just to remind you at halftime, we'll have live correspondence from my friends Tim and Cliffy live from Percival Molson Stadium. So it looks like they're going to try to see here if there's pass interference. I don't think he has a case. I think it was just incidental contact here by number 24, Marc-Antoine Ducroix. Maybe from that angle he does, but I'm kind of curious to see if the ball was uncatchable. So Bain was going across the middle. Ducroix was on him, but he might have a case. He may have a case here. I think it's a 50-50 call, but we'll see what the challenge. We'll see what the challenge command center says in just a brief moment. Looks like Ducroix is having a chat with the referee, with the officials. So no pass interference. Saskatchewan's charged with a timeout. And I'm pretty sure it was a 50-50 call. I'll check on I'll have to see what Mr. Capper, Mr. Pine have to say when they come on the air in about less than 2 minutes and 36 seconds. So we'll see if Saskatchewan gives up a safety here or if Korsak will kick it away. 3rd and 8 for Saskatchewan from their 8-yard line. Korsak is back to punt, and he'll get it away as Worthy's back at his own now 43-yard line. This will be a no yards penalty, and he'll get virtually no gain on that punt. But it looks like it's going to be a no yards call as Saskatchewan did not give Worthy enough yardage in the 5-yard halo to elicit a catch. So just waiting for the call. It's definitely a no yard. So maybe this looks to be a 5-yard penalty. And Montreal is going to have very good field position again as we come up at 22:25 remaining in the first half. So Montreal starts first down and 10 from Saskatchewan's 27-yard line. So very good field position. It'll be a shame if they can't come up with at least 3 points here before the half. No, sorry, the 28-yard line. Referee's having trouble spotting the ball. So here we go. High motion men go in motion. 1st and 10. As Evans hands off to Fletcher, Fletcher will get a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards on that carry. As we approach second down, we approach 2:20 remaining in the second quarter. Walter Fletcher, 11 carries, 53 yards so far in this game. And Caleb Evans has 40 yards himself with 2 touchdowns. So second down and 5 for Montreal and Saskatchewan's 23-yard line. Caleb Evans in pistol formation. He hands off to Fletcher, and he's met immediately in the backfield by number 91 by number 91, Anthony Lanier II. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter, and it's going to be about 3rd and 7 for Montreal. So there was Lanier coming from the edge, saw the run right away, and he snuffed it out, and it's a loss of 3. Loss of 2. 3rd and 7. David Cote out to attempt his 28th field goal of the year. Snap, spot, set, kick is up, right down Broadway, and that field goal is good. 1:43 remaining for in the second quarter. It's Montreal 17, Saskatchewan 3. So that play went 3 plays for 3 yards in less than a minute. So Saskatchewan back in the field. Offense is back in the field. 1:42 remaining at their own 40-yard line. So again, it'll be first down for Saskatchewan, trying to get some momentum going before the half is over. Dolegala gets the snap. He'll hand off to Moreau, and Moreau goes up the middle, and he'll get a gain of about 18. So that'll be first down for Saskatchewan as we're at 1:36 remaining in the second quarter. Fresh new set of downs for the Roughriders. You see in the replay here, Moreau went inside, bounced a little bit outside. 1st and 10 at Saskatchewan for their own 53-yard line. Dolegala goes back to pass. Oh, he gets drilled at the end of that throw, and that's going to be nowhere near it as a flag comes out. I suspect for roughing the passer, but it could be holding. Let's see what the call is. That's a holding call. And that'll be 10 yards back. Number 60. That call is on number 64, Evan Johnson. So the left guard here, he's gonna commit a holding penalty. Yeah, that's definitely a holding penalty. He tried to pirouette him. 1st and 20 for Saskatchewan at their own 43-yard line now. Dolegala goes back to pass, short pass up the middle. That's number 15, Sean Bain, as he gets to the 53-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage. 1:18 remaining in the second quarter. It'll be second down and 10. Or second and 11, excuse me. That's about a 9-yard gain. So it'll be at their own 52-yard line. Coming up on 1:10 remaining in the first half. As we have trips to the right. High motion men go in motion. Dolegala back to pass. And he's going to go deep here. Taking a deep shot. And to no one. The pass was intended for Jake Winicky, the former Montreal Alouette, and that'll be 3rd down and 11 with 1:01 remaining in the second quarter. So there might have been some miscommunication there between Dolegala and Winicky. Winicky might have thought he was going inside. Dolegala was throwing to his outside shoulder, and he knew it. As Adam Korsak comes back out to punt for the Roughriders. Kick is away. Worthy's back at his own 10-yard line, driven back to his 10-yard line. He's going to be forced backwards. No, he's still on his feet. He managed to get 2 yards out of that carry, out of that return. Montreal Alouettes will come back in the field with 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter, or the first half, up 17-3. That was a 48-yard punt and a 2-yard return. Granted, those yards were 2 very tough yards. Caleb Evans comes back on the field to lead the Alouettes. One of the things that's been concerning this year for the CFL is a lot of their starting quarterbacks starting this season are not in their lineup. They're still not in the lineup. I believe every single starting quarterback in week 1 is currently injured or out for the season. First down for Montreal from their own 12-yard line. Hand off to Fletcher. Fletcher comes inside and finds the left side, hold the left side. He'll get to about the 20-yard line, so there's a gain of 8 on that play. It'll be second down. So Cody Fajardo is the ninth starting quarterback from week 1 to not play for his team in this game. And I'll talk about the second at halftime. I'll talk about last night's game between Winnipeg and Edmonton, what happened there. Second down and 2 for Montreal on their own 20-yard line. Caleb Evans under center. I think it's going to be a quick sneak, and they'll sneak forward, but he doesn't look like he got much there. Didn't get much at all. 22 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It'll be third down and 2 for Montreal. And we'll see what head coach Jason Moss does here. He's going to keep his offense on the field, take a gamble here with only 22 seconds left. Or is the punt unit going to come out? And we'll see what Zima does to kick it away. As you see, starting quarterback Cody Fajardo, they're on the sideline. His time in Saskatchewan, we went 27-17. Led the Roughriders to the Western Final in 2019. And unfortunately just came up short in that one. In 2021, led the Roughriders to the West Final, beating Calgary in the semifinal in overtime, and unfortunately lost to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who would defend their Grey Cup in the Western Final. We have an injury as Callender, number 62, was slow to get up for Montreal. That was Nick Callender, tackle from Colorado State. Looks like he got pushed. Looks like he got his back turned inside out a little bit there. And he's coming off the field. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. He can come back in the game, but walking kind of gingerly as he comes off the field. Montreal's a third down and 1 from their own 21-yard line with 22 seconds remaining in the first half. I wonder if Moss is crazy enough to keep his offense in the field and try to sneak in for another yard. It looks like he's keeping his offense on the field as Caleb Evans in the quarterback spot, excuse me. He's given the play call. So I wonder if he's going to try to force the Saskatchewan defense to jump, or if they're going to try to just sneak it and waste time off the clock as the clock ticks down to about 10 seconds left in the second quarter. And Evans is just wasting time. And looks like we're going to get to the end of the first half. Nope, flag, delay a game. So Montreal take delay a game call with 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Forces them to 5 yards back. It'll be 3rd and 6. So I suspect this will probably be downed by Caleb Evans, and each team will go back to the locker room. Evans back to pass. He's just going to toss it up in the air. And that'll be the end of the quarter. So, end of the first half. And it's Montreal 17, and Saskatchewan Roughriders 3. We'll take a quick short break. When I come back, we'll talk about last night's game between Winnipeg and Edmonton, and we'll also have my buddies Tim and Cliff live from Percival Molson Stadium in Montreal. So we'll be back just very shortly. Check in with my guys. When I come back, we'll have our guys Cliffy and Tim. They'll be joining us from Percival Molson Stadium. So enjoy some music. I'm going to take a nature break, and we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the No Credentials Required alternative play-by-play, and coming to you live from Percival Molson Stadium are my buddies, the hosts of the Alouettes Flight Deck podcast. We've got Cliffy Pine, and we've got Tim Capper, and I may have lost them for a second. Hey, there they are. What's going on, fellas?
How's it going, Ryan?
Good. How are you guys? How's the stadium tonight?
Unfortunately, we can't hear you, man.
Can you hear me now? Come on now. Oh, boy. Hang on one second, guys.
All right. All right, pal, we're doing our best with this, but I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'll try to speak as loud as I can. All right.
Why don't we just go ahead and start talking? Let you know so far.
Go ahead.
All right. As you see, obviously, Montreal Alouettes are leading 17-3 against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Definitely an interesting game as far as Cody Fajardo not playing tonight. And, it seems Caleb Evans in here doing his thing. Not as impressive, but still doing a good job overall. He's been very smart, though, handing up the ball to Walter Fletcher and Joshua Nansby, and having great results with Fletcher as a result. Kim, what do you have any thoughts on the season so far?
No, I was just thinking really it was Walter Fletcher seemed to be the man tonight. Curious to see if we're going to get any more passing in the second half. Caleb Evans is only 4 of 7. Obviously, he has a slew of wide receivers that the team has available to him. So we'll see what they have, what the plan is for the second half. But if Fletcher keeps on running, just continue handing off the ball.
I think a big thing too, as well, is the injury to Mason Fine. I don't know how serious it is. It was out for quite a while, so I have to assume he's going to be out probably for a while, maybe a questionable return at this point. But now we get to see for the Riders what Jake Gilligalli can do. And I don't know if that result we're going to keep with Caleb Evans as quarterback in the second half, or we're going to see Davis Alexander get some reps in. But I think it's going to be an interesting second half as well. So far, momentum is good. The crowd is feeling hot tonight. It's country night here. So, kind of interesting, but we'll see how the second half goes. There's going to be adjustments to be made for sure. I think as long as Montreal State, of course, keeps the ball on the ground, they can walk out of here with a very convincing win tonight.
All right. So, yeah, I mean that's what was your reaction when you found out that Caleb Evans is going to start tonight? I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not, but I'll try.
Well, I guess sorry, this isn't quite as we thought it would work in our heads, but hope everybody's enjoying themselves. I have no doubt you're killing it on commentary tonight. Definitely look forward to the playback of this tonight. And once again, the second half of the Alouettes is crucial because you want to be maintaining that momentum right now. You want things to be going in the right direction. So, again, Alouettes come up with a win tonight. That's a 3-game winning streak that they're going to be on the first in, a long time now. So, there's a lot to be excited here in Alouettes Nation.
All right. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So, unfortunately, they couldn't hear me. So maybe next time we'll have to do some. We'll have to get some headphones or something for them. But yeah, exciting game so far. If you're an Alouettes fan, this is a great thing for you. If you're a Saskatchewan Roughriders fan, unfortunately, not so great news for you guys. Mason Fine, obviously, if you saw, out with the injury, appears to be a hamstring injury. So, pardon me, drinking here. Trying to wet my whistle and keep my pipes clear. But yeah, let's do a look at the stats right now as we take a look at the live stats, team stats here for the first half. So the Alouettes with 108 yards rushing on the ground. 40 of those yards were by Caleb were by Caleb Evans, 41 yards. And those 2 touchdowns, it's been the difference so far. Walter Fletcher also on the ground, 53 yards. Joshua Antry, 3 rushes, 14 yards. And also Walter Fletcher with that 68-yard screen. That's been pretty much the difference in this game so far. On the flip side of the ball, Mason Fine finished 5 for 9 for only 20 yards, and Jake DeLagala is 2 of 5 for 18 yards and a touchdown and an interception, excuse me. So Cliffy, he's just giving his apologies for not getting the headphones. That's okay. That's okay, Cliffy. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it, though. Montreal's defense has done a pretty spectacular job keeping the Roughriders offense at bay. Jamal Morrow has 6 rushes for 40 yards. Mason Fine had 3 rushes for 14, and Jake DeLagala is 1 for 3. The leading receiver, they're keeping Sean Bain at bay. 3 receptions for only 12 yards. Jarrett Stearns has 3 receptions for 23 yards. On the other side of the ball, my key was for either side to keep their quarterback upright. Only 1 sack so far in this game. That was by Miles Brown back in the first quarter on that second drive against Montreal. So going in the second half, it's, again, as you heard from Cliffy and from Tim, gotta keep the momentum going. It's country night at Percival Molson Stadium. Yeehaw! As Tim said earlier. This has been a pretty interesting game. Relatively low in penalties. Montreal is 4 for 40. 4 penalties for 40 yards. Saskatchewan, 3 penalties for 30 yards. That 1 penalty for Montreal is 15-yard face mask penalty in the first quarter on the first drive of the game. The one thing you want to keep an eye on, Saskatchewan has 3 tackles for loss. So that doesn't include the sack that happened in the first quarter. Montreal has 9 first downs compared to 6 for Saskatchewan. Net offense, Montreal has 191 net yards. Saskatchewan has only 95. So Montreal's defense keeping the Saskatchewan offense at bay for the most part. Each team has committed a turnover. Both teams have kicked field goals, and it's, and the stat sheet is pretty even. Montreal has an 18-minute time of possession compared to 12 for Saskatchewan. 9 first downs to 6. 90 passing yards to 38, 108 rushing yards to 57. So the key for Montreal with an insurmountable lead for Montreal, but they gotta keep the ball on the ground. They want to win this game. They're making life easier for Caleb Evans because of the fact that they're doing such an effective job rushing. And I would say that screen pass on 2nd and short in the second quarter, which led to the second touchdown for Montreal, that was a big part of it. So it looks like CFL's coverage will be back shortly. I'm going to switch off of Wi-Fi here and just waiting for the stream to come back, but I might as well take a commercial break as well. So we'll get a couple words from our sponsors, or affiliate sponsors, with Belly Up, with Canadips, and with Manscaped, and also with SeatGeek. So we'll be back shortly, just waiting for the stream to come back. And we'll come back with more alternative play-by-play here on No Credentials Required.
Hey guys, this is Hector from the Insert Name FC podcast, here to tell you guys about Canadips. It is a great tasting, superior alternative to traditional dip, using CBD in a way that is radical, enjoyable, and effective. It comes in 5 core flavors: wintergreen, mint, citrus, mango, and American spice. Canadips CBD is the new evolution in dip, allowing guys to enjoy great, long-lasting taste without the downsides. If you guys want to go ahead and try them out, use the code BELLYUP20 at CanadipsCBD.com. Once again, BELLYUP20 at CanadipsCBD.com, and you'll get yourself 20% off your purchase. Thank you again for Canadips for being a great partner of Belly Up Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, we can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets. All right, cutting our commercial break short as we come back to live action soon enough as we get set for second half action. Mario Alford's back for the Saskatchewan Roughriders to receive the kickoff, and we're underway in the second half. And actually, this kick will be taken by not Mario Alford, but number 30, Kosi Okenya. I'm sorry, Kosi Onyeka. My apologies, Mr. Onyeka. So it's been a rough go for the Rough Riders, no pun intended, offensively at least, with a turnover and with just ineffectiveness on the offensive side of the ball. Noel Thorpe's defense having a pretty, I wouldn't say an easy time here, but they're getting comfortable. They're getting comfortable against Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan winds up at their own 40-yard line, first down. Delagala with the handoff to Moreau. Moreau cuts inside, and he is met by a swarm of Alouettes defenders as he gets a gain of about 3. So it'll be second down and long for Saskatchewan. Jake Delagala making another relief appearance. Actually, it's a gain of 5, excuse me. So second down and 5 for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Kelly Jeffrey, the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, sending in the plays. And we'll see what Jake Delagala can do. As a second down and 5 from their own 45-yard line, Delagala snap, and he hands up to Moreau, and he's forced back, and he's going to get swallowed up. And it's going to be third down and very long for Saskatchewan. That's a 2-and-out forced for the Montreal defense pretty much right off the bat. As we'll see here in the replay, Delagala hands off to Moreau, and he's met in the backfield immediately by number 25. I'm sorry, number 26, Tyrese Beverett. Third down and 15 for Saskatchewan at their own 35-yard line. Worthy's back to receive the kick from Korsak. Korsak with the kick and almost blocked there by Montreal. Here's Worthy at his own 33-yard line. Steps outside, and he's going to take it on the left side. He's going to get a good return out to midfield. Actually, about the 54-yard line, about 21-yard gain on that punt. So 42-yard punt and a 21-yard return. So a net punt of only 21 yards. So that punt was cut in half by Worthy's return. And Caleb Evans is back on the field to lead Montreal. They'll have great field position from their own 54-yard line. You'll see the stat line: 4 of 7 for 90 yards and an interception for Evans. Shotgun snap, hands off to Fletcher. Fletcher is met immediately inside by Larry Dean, and looks to be about a loss of 1. So it'll be a second down and long. Actually, there's no gain on that play, excuse me. So it'll be a second down and 10 for Montreal. And as you heard from Cliffy, it'll be, if Montreal wins tonight, it'll be a 3-game winning streak. And I'll have to look up to see when the last time they won 3 games in a row was. Second down and 10 for Montreal from their own 54-yard line. There's 8 of 13 on second down conversions tonight. So Caleb Evans back to pass, getting pretty good protection there. He's going to toss it up the middle. He's going to find a receiver. That's number 81. It's Mack, and Mack is going to take it in for a touchdown. Touchdown Alouettes, or as they say in French, touche. Austin Mack with the catch and run from Caleb Evans, and that is a 56-yard touchdown play. Montreal's up 23-3. So here at the replay, and you can see on the replay, Evans is getting great protection from his offensive line. He's just going to do a pitch and toss over the head of number 42, Derek Moncrief, a very experienced defensive linebacker for Saskatchewan. And that goes right to Austin Mack, and Mack's going to take it the rest of the way, diving in the right-hand corner as Cote comes out for the extra point spot, snap, set, kick is up and away, and it is good. 24-3, Montreal over Saskatchewan with 11:27 remaining in the third quarter. I need to update our ticker here. 24-3. Austin Mack, 56-yard touchdown reception. And it was a matter of time before Evans was going to try to find a big play with a big passing play, and that was a huge passing play as Montreal's momentum just keeps on going. We'll take another commercial break. This time we'll get our commercial break here from our friends at Manscaped. Stay tuned for more alternative play-by-play with no credentials required.
Spring has sprung, and our friends at Manscaped have the best tools for some spring cleaning. They've already helped you tidy up all the nooks and crannies of your body's basement. But this year, Manscaped can help you get the perfect presentation on that beautiful face with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Make sure you look your best this spring by using code BELLY20 to get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. So tame your mane with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. The sun is peeking back out, which means you'll have to show your face in the daylight again. So use the kit to make sure your scruff looks award-winning, whether you have glorious beard flow or some smooth, sleek cheeks. Save 20% off and free shipping with the code BELLY20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code BELLY20 at manscaped.com. Focus on the face and use the Beard Hedger Pro Kit for the cleanest look in the game.
That's right, folks. The only beard trimmer that will shave the beard on this face, will trim the beard on this face, ladies and gentlemen. 20% off and free shipping at checkout at manscaped.com. Use the promo code BELLY20 and you get 20% off your order and free shipping. And again, this is a no credentials required seal of approval. Unfortunately, Puppers not able to come tonight, but next time I guarantee next time we'll have Puppers in appearance. Scoring drive for Montreal in that series. 2 plays, 56 yards in less than a minute as Montreal goes up 24-3. So I'm waiting for the feed to come back for CFL Plus, and kick is underway as Mari Alford comes up with the ball, and he's going to get swallowed for about a 10-yard gain, and that'll be from number 44, Bryce Notary. So coming back to live action, we'll get a replay here of the great touchdown pass here by Caleb Evans. And he's just going to do a simple chair pattern. So he'll come up on the inside and then just streak up the middle. Austin Mack recovers himself, gets to the outside, and he's going to get all the way down to the goal line. 1st and 10 for Saskatchewan from their own 31-yard line. Delegata. And he's going to find his receiver, number 14, Tevin Jones, for a gain of about 9. So it looks to be about 2nd and short for Saskatchewan. It'll be 2nd and 2. As Delegala gets the play call, looks like they're going no huddle here. No, they're going with a huddle. So from their own 38-yard line, 2nd down and 2, 10:35 remaining in the third quarter, Montreal has a 24-3 lead. Delegala hands off to Moreau. Moreau gets to the inside, and he'll get the first down. He's met the 45-yard line by Montreal defenders, but he'll get the first down. We come up on 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Delegala getting his signals from his offensive coordinators, barking out plays. There's a play to his offensive line and to his receivers. As a fresh new set of downs, 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Delegala back to pass. He's going deep down the left side, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Emelis was going for the pass that's defended by number 24, Marc-Antoine Dequoy. Great play there by Dequoy, but to prevent a big play from happening. Let's see what in the replay. It's just going to be it's going to be just a simple out pattern on the left-hand side as Emelis jumps, but didn't really need to jump there. Well, he did, but Dequoy was right there with him to help out his man. 2nd down and 10 from their own 45. There's a pitch and catch. There's a nice catch in the slant pattern by Emelis, who comes home to Montreal. He's got a 1st down. So a nice pitch and catch there between Delegala and Emelis. Little slant pattern there, a little sitting pattern. And he'll get the 1st down. That's a gain of 14. So Delegala trying to get his team motivated. 1st and 10 from Montreal's 51. Delegala back to pass. He's sacked. It is sack city. And that's going to be I believe it's going to be Sean Lemon. Sean Lemon, it's time for some lemonade, folks. Get the lemonade. It's a sour time if you're Jake Delegala. That's going to be 2nd down. That's a loss of 7 for Saskatchewan. So we'll see here in the replay. It's just untouched. Sean Lemon untouched, the veteran, 34-year-old veteran from University of Akron, the former Zip. Zipping his way to a sack. 2nd down, and we've got a penalty flag, it looks like. Or it's going to be a timeout. Or there's a timeout call. That's a timeout. So Saskatchewan, the timeout. 2nd and 17 from their own 52-yard line. So it's timeout in the field for for Montreal, excuse me. Montreal with their first timeout of the game. And Lemon made a big difference last week for Montreal with 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and an interception in that comeback win against Hamilton as they keep their momentum going. And if you get a chance to listen to the Alouettes Flight Deck podcast, I did so before I went on the air. And Cliff mentioned that Montreal has a chance to establish themselves as having one of the best defenses in the league. And they're stating their case here. And if you watch the Rod Peterson show, I'll get back to that in just a second. As we come to 2nd and 17 for Saskatchewan from the 52-yard line. Delegala back to pass. He's going to be under pressure, and he's going to throw it down the field. It's going to be, knocked away. Knocked away there by number 35, Reggie Stubblefield. That's his 3rd pass deflection of the night. That's going to be 3rd down and long for Saskatchewan. So we'll see in the replay. Delegala is going to be met by Davis. Just going to get the pass away. And there was Stubblefield to be back there, meeting with Stearns, and that was deflected away. Almost another interception there by Stubblefield as he's coming up with a little bit of a limp on the sideline. Hopefully he'll be back in the lineup. But back to punt for Saskatchewan is Corsack. And it's going to be punted out of bounds. And it's a flag because in the CFL, you can't punt the ball out of bounds inside the 20. So that is going to be an illegal procedure, I believe. But CFL, they're going to break in CFL. Snowman chicken in saying, sorry, I'm late to the party, spending time with Jody. Hey, man. Happy wife, happy life, my friend. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. But here we are in the middle of the third quarter. Montreal's up 24-3. And if you're a Montreal Alouettes fan, you are a very happy puppy right now. If you are a Saskatchewan Roughriders fan, you are a sad panda. Let's take a quick commercial break while I wet my whistle. We'll be right back with more alternative play-by-play coverage. You're watching with me, Ryan McCarthy. No credentials required. Here's a quick commercial break from Invader Coffee. This episode of No Credentials Required is brought to you by Invader Coffee. For the coffee lover who wants good, quality coffee with no bullshit and no filler, Invader Coffee is an ultra-premium, veteran-owned coffee company proudly delivering only the best coffee your hard-earned money can buy. They aim to only serve the highest quality, organic, air-roasted coffee beans sourced from free trade farms all over the world. They keep things simple. The best coffee at an affordable price in order to provide you with the value you deserve for your morning boost. 100% fair trade, 100% organic coffee beans, 100% air roasted, 100% money back guarantee. Visit invadercoffee.com, enter promo code BELLYUP at checkout, and receive 15% off your order. That's right, folks. For the best coffee your money can buy, get yourself some Invader Coffee. Visit the link in the description, enter promo code BELLYUP at checkout for 15% off your order. We come back to live action from Molson Stadium, from Percival Molson Stadium, on the campus of McGill University in Montreal. It's the Alouettes 24, Saskatchewan 3, and we are coming up on 7:45 remaining in the third quarter as Montreal starts from their own 27-yard line. Caleb Evans back to pass. He's going to dump it off to his receiver, number 83, and he's going to be met immediately as Regis Sibasu, the wide receiver from the University of Montreal. He's going to be met in the backfield there by number 16, Amari Henderson. So Amari Henderson snuffs it out. Bad blocking there by Austin Mack who had the touchdown earlier. That's going to be a loss of about 4. So it'll be a second down and 14 for Montreal from their own 23-yard line. So coming up at 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. Evans is back to pass. No, he'll hand off. No, it's a flea flicker. And there's a flag on the field. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Evans is going to try to find a receiver, and he can't find anyone. But there's a flag on the play. And we'll find out what this call is, whether it's coming back or if it's going to be, if it's a holding call or if it's offside. It's a legal procedure for Montreal. It's no end, and Coach Moss is not happy. That penalty is declined, so it's going to be third down and about 14. And just a bad procedural play here for Montreal. And Montreal will be forced to punt. Joseph Zemba in the game to punt for Montreal. And he'll get this kick away. And Mario Alford is waiting for the punt at his own 45. Alford takes the punt, bounces outside. He's going to be met there by number 34, Alexandre Gagne. And Saskatchewan will start off at their own 45-yard line. With 6:25 remaining in the third quarter, it's Montreal 24 and Saskatchewan 3. Take another quick commercial break here as we bring you the alternative play-by-play presented by No Credentials Required. again, 8 p.m. Eastern Monday night. My co-host Dustin and I will we'll do another movie review, we'll play the list, and we'll also play another round of questions for humans as we come back to live action at Montreal as we are in the third quarter and Saskatchewan has the ball back with pretty good field position. Saskatchewan is first down at their own 51-yard line, 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. Delegala goes back to pass, finds his receiver Davis, or Smith, I'm sorry, not Davis. He finds his receiver Jones. And that'll be a gain of about 7. So Sean Lemon has been with Calgary, Toronto, BC, Ottawa, Edmonton, and Montreal. Has sacked 34 different quarterbacks for a total of 95 sacks in his career. I mean, second down and 4. There's a gain about 6. So second and 4 for the Roughriders at the Montreal 53. Delegala finds Jones again, but he is immediately stuffed. And it looks like it's going to be a turnover. Do we have a turnover? I believe we might. We found the call. Let's see what happened there in the replay. Delegala finds Jones. Jones is stopped. And then, yes, he gets the ball punched out by Duquois. Duquois recovers. And that's going to be a turnover. That's a forced fumble. We'll see what the official scoring is. And yeah, it's a fumble. So Duquois forced the fumble. And that'll be first down for Montreal with 5:44 remaining in the second quarter when we come back. So we'll have another commercial break. We'll take another commercial break. And when we come back, Montreal will have the ball again with 5:44 remaining in the third quarter. So we'll have a quick commercial break from our friends at Mahler Brothers. This is the play-by-play, alternative play-by-play by No Credentials Required. Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required here to tell you about Mahler Brothers Golf. We all want to look good in the golf course, but it often comes at the expense of feeling good. Mahler Brothers Golf has polos that look good and feel good. With their lightweight and stretchy material that hugs your body, you will feel cool while looking just as cool. Their polos are guaranteed to make you look better, but it's up to you to golf better. On a hot summer's day on the golf course, there's no polo that you would rather wear than Mahler Brothers Golf signature polos. Mahler Brothers Golf has a large catalog of polos with designs for those who want a loud design and others for those who want a subtle and sleek looking design. They also have fun t-shirts, hats, tumblers, and so much more to make your golfing experience better. Head to MahlerBrothers.com. It's MAHLERBROS. Use promo code BELLYUP at checkout for 15% off. That's right, folks. Great golf gear. Whether you're a duffer or you're a guy who wants to play scratch someday, get yourself some Mahler Brothers gear. So it looks like the play is going to be challenged, although I don't know why there's a challenge, as Duquois clearly stripped Jones of the ball before he went down. His knee's down. But I wonder if this call is coming from command center from up in the booth, or yeah, this play is under review. All right, they're saying the knee was down. Knee was down before the ball came out. Not that it matters. It's going to be 3rd and 4 anyway. But we'll see what happens if Dickinson decides to go for it, with his team being down 21 with 5:38 remaining in the third quarter. No, he's not. Because Korsak is back on the field. Adam Korsak's back on the field to kick the ball away to Chandler Worthy. No, it's a fake. It's a fake. Nope, it's a pooch kick. And it's caught by Montreal. And I believe it's going to be a no yards penalty. So the pooch kick attempt, similar to what we saw 2 weeks ago when Hamilton pulled it off, did not work for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Now I've got flags everywhere, which I presume is going to be for no yards. I mean, it wasn't too terrible of a risk. It was a great try. I was very. If you're a rugby fan, if you've seen this play before, it's a nice kick to try to gain yardage. But that ball was taken by number 1, Herji Mayala, for no gain. Regardless, there is no infraction. According to the referees, there's no infraction. So it's first down and 10 for Montreal from their own 44-yard line. And Jason Moss is not happy about something, even though his team is up 21. So the Alouettes, with quads to the right-hand side, be first and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Quick out to his receiver, number 5. Caleb Evans, with the pass out to number 6, Tyson Philpott. And that'll be a gain of about 2 yards. So it'll be second down and 8 from Montreal's own 46-yard line. As the clock continues to count down, about 4:40 remaining in the third quarter, as Montreal faces a second down and 8 from their own 46-yard line. Evans back to get the ball. The shotgun snap. He's going deep on the left-hand side, and nobody's found. Looks like there was some miscommunication. However, there is a flag, which could be in the realm of illegal contact or pass interference by Nick Marshall, as he's pleading his case to the referees. And it is pass interference by Nick Marshall. So it'll be 15 yards and automatic first down. Take a look at the replay here. As Mack with the inside move, and Nick Marshall tries to kind of get in the way of Austin Mack, and he's pleading his case that he was the one who was interfered with. He got knocked down, but unfortunately his case is denied. And Montreal will start there at Saskatchewan's 47-yard line. 4:15 remaining in the third quarter as Evans hands off to Fletcher. Fletcher goes inside on the right side, and he'll get a gain of about 6 yards. So it'll be second down and 4 for Montreal. As they're keeping the ball on the ground, now as a flag. Wonder what this call's about. Nick Marshall's getting called for on the sportsmanlike conduct. So just if it rains, it pours. If you're a Saskatchewan Roughriders fan, first Nick Marshall gets called for pass interference, then gets called for basically unsportsmanlike conduct, and that gives them that gives Montreal 15 yards and another first down from Saskatchewan's 32-yard line. And Caleb Evans, nobody to be found, and he's still going to wind up getting about 6 yards anyway. So it's a miscommunication on the snap after the 15-yard penalty, but Caleb Evans still winds up running for 6 yards. It'll be second down and about 4, as you'll see in the replay here. I'm going to snap it. Where is it go? Where is nobody? I'm just going to take off by myself. Oh, man. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And that time, Caleb Evans got lucky. Actually, he ran for an 8-yard gain, so it'll be second and 2 from Saskatchewan's 24. Running up on 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Evans is going to run it on the right-hand side, and he's going to get about a gain of 5. And that'll be first down for Montreal inside Saskatchewan's 20. This has been a really big turn of events in the third quarter here for this game. It seems like Saskatchewan can do nothing right, and Montreal's doing everything. And Saskatchewan's doing no right, and Montreal's doing no wrong. As we come up on 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and Montreal's inside Saskatchewan's 20-yard line. So Evans in pistol formation with Fletcher in the backfield. He's going to hand off to Fletcher. And upside to Antwi. Antwi with the run on the left side. He's going to come in and he's going to be the score. Touchdown, Montreal. Touche, Alouettes. Jeshurun Antwi from 19 yards. And that will be 30-3 Montreal. As the offense goes to celebrate with the fans. There we go in the replay. Evans in pistol formation, hands off to Antwi. He goes up on the right. He goes up the middle, down the left side, breaks out, and he's gonna sneak out his hand. He's gonna stretch his hands, and that is definitely a touchdown. Jeshurun Antwi with a 19-yard touchdown as Montreal continues to dominate in this game. David Cote out for the extra point. Snap, spot, set, kick is up, is right down Broadway, and the extra point is good. 6 plays, 66 yards, capped off by a 19-yard run by Jeshurun Antwi, and Montreal is running away with this game 31-3. Snowman asks where Tagalong is. Tagalong is in the living room sleeping on top of his bed right now. There's Snowman. I'm pretty sure he'll be in shortly to bug me for some food. We take a look at the replay again. Jeshurun Antwi finds a hole, then bounces outside to the left-hand side, and he breaks a couple tackles, and he's into the end zone. Jeshurun Antwi from the University of Calgary scores a touchdown for Montreal. And the Alouettes are up big time. I would argue the big play on this drive was the 15-yard pass interference penalty, followed by the 10-yard misconduct penalty by Nick Marshall. But 6 plays, 66 yards in a matter of 2 minutes. And here's the kickoff as is taken by Saskatchewan. Nice return here. Nice return here by number 30, Thomas Bertrand Houdon. So that will give Saskatchewan pretty decent field position. Let's see what they can do with it. As again, it was Thomas Bertrand Houdon, first-year player out of Delaware State. He is a Canadian. And we're back to live action. Saskatchewan from their own 45-yard line. First down. Dolagala back to pass. He's going to swing it outside. He's going to swing it to his receiver, Sean Bain. He'll get about 7 yards on that play. Minute 25 remaining, and Montreal's up 31-3. As you see, Sean Bain is first in receptions, first in receiving yards. No drop passes this year. Sean Bain was assigned by Saskatchewan in the offseason. And we're coming up on 2nd down and 3 from their own 52-yard line. It's a little bit of a jump there, so it's going to be an offside penalty. And Dolagala finds Emilius, and that will be a first down. There's a flag on the play, which probably is going to be offsides on Montreal. Regardless, Saskatchewan will get the ball. We'll have the first down. So either way, my sister's home. So that's why I heard tag along. So yes, it has an offside penalty, 5-yard penalty. That'll be a first down for Saskatchewan, as we are just under a minute in the third quarter. We have under a minute left to go in the third quarter. Montreal's up 31-3. The over-under for this game is 44. So right now you are 10 points away from a push. As we take a look at number 3, Davis Alexander. And he may be coming into the game in place of Caleb Evans if this defensive effort keeps up for Montreal. Serviceable effort here by Evans tonight. We're coming up on 45 seconds left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for Saskatchewan. Moreau gets the handoff. Coming on the right-hand side. He's got a hole, and he's going to rush for a first down. It's a 17-yard rushing play by Jamal Moreau. Now a first down for Saskatchewan. 1st and 10 for Montreal's 36-yard line. Coming up on 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Dalagala back to pass. That pass is going to be batted down and almost intercepted by Montreal. Number 94, Mustafa Johnson, almost with the interception. And we're at 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 10. We'll see who knocked down that pass. That pass was batted away. I think it might have been Beverett who got hands on that ball. 2nd down and 10 for Saskatchewan from Montreal's 36-yard line. Dalagala back to pass. He's going down the right side, and he's looking for Bain, and unfortunately could not find him. And that will be the last play of the third quarter. And when we come back, Saskatchewan will face a 3rd down and 10 from Montreal's 36. Let's see what's going to happen if they go for the field. They're like to go for the field goal, or they're going to stand. The offense is going to stay in the field. We'll come back in just a moment with a couple of commercials from some of our sponsors here at Belly Up Sports.
Hey guys, this is Hector from the Insert Name FC podcast here to tell you guys about Canada Dips. It is a great tasting, superior alternative to traditional dip using CBD in a way that is radical, enjoyable, and effective. It comes in 5 core flavors: wintergreen, mint, citrus, mango, and American spice. Canada Dip CBD is the new evolution in dip, allowing guys to enjoy great, long-lasting taste without the downsides. If you guys want to go ahead and try them out, use the code BELLYUP20 at CanadaDipCBD.com. Once again, BELLYUP20 at CanadaDipCBD.com, and you'll get yourself 20% off your purchase. Thank you again for Canada Dips for being a great partner of Belly Up Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets. All right, so we're coming back live to action. Going into the fourth quarter. Sorry about not keeping the ticker updated, but it's now 31-3 in favor of the Montreal Alouettes. And on the Montreal sideline, it's a good time. On the Saskatchewan sideline, sad pandas all around, basically. So we'll start the fourth quarter, with 3rd down and 10 for Saskatchewan, as Brett Lather comes out for a 36-yard field goal. Try to get some points on the board for 44-yard field goal, Spot, set, Kick is up and away, and it is good. And just as I switched up the tracker, the ticker, it's updated again. 14:43 remaining in the game, and it's now Montreal 31, Saskatchewan 6 as Montreal comes back on the field. As their offense comes back on the field, we're going to see a quarterback change. We don't really know. We'll look to see if Montreal's going to switch out quarterbacks, and we'll see Davis Alexander's first action of the year. Excuse me. No, it's like Caleb Evans is going to stay out there. 1st and 10 for Montreal from their own 40-yard line. Pistol formation, snap. It'll go to Fletcher, Walter Fletcher, and Fletcher's going to get about 3 or 4 yards on this play. So you're about 2nd down and 6. The big story for the big difference in tonight's game is Montreal's ground game. Montreal's ground game has been excellent as they have 149 rushing yards in the game so far. They're doing a good job helping out Caleb Evans in his first start of the year. Gaining ground, literally and figuratively speaking. 2nd down and 6 for Montreal from their own 44-yard line. Coming up in 13:45 remaining in the game. Evans fakes the handoff. Going back to pass. Looks like he can be tripped up. No, he's just gonna throw it away. He's been flushed out of the pocket, almost sacked. He's just gonna throw it away and not risk a turnover or a sack. 3rd down and 6. Look at the replay here. Looks like he was trying to swing it out to the outside to his receiver, and Lanier almost got him, but he just got outside the pocket to avoid a grounding penalty. But 3rd down and 6 for Montreal from their own 44-yard line. As Joseph Zima comes back out to punt for Montreal, waiting in the backfield is Mario Alford. Kicks away. Alford driven back to his own 14. Comes down the right side here. He'll get about a gain of 9 yards here. And Saskatchewan will take over at their own 23-yard line. There's Austin Mack having some fun pregame. And there's his touchdown reception that broke the game open for Montreal. Coming up on 13 minutes remaining in the game. 1st and 10 for Saskatchewan with their own 23. Dalagala back to pass. He's under pressure. Nice pass over to Emelis. And Emelis is going to take it down to about the 45-yard line of Saskatchewan. And that'll be a gain of about 17. It'll be 1st down at the 40-yard line. So Dalagala sitting tall in the pocket, finding his receiver. A new fresh set of downs from their own 40-yard line. Dalagala back to pass. Under pressure now, he's getting taken down. Fumble, and that's going to be taken back into a scoop and score. Touchdown Montreal. Touche Alouettes. By Tyrese Beverett. He's the beneficiary of a strip sack and fumble, scoop and score. And this game is just a runaway. As Montreal gets a defensive score, and there's some very sad pandas in the crowd for Saskatchewan, making the trip all the way out to Montreal. Here's the replay again. So we see not one, but 2 Montreal Alouettes coming up. Stripping the ball, and Beverett takes it back. That was number 23, Avery Ellis, and number 37, Wesley Sutton, coming on what looks like a double corner blitz. Very effective work done there. Great play drawn up by Noel Thorpe as David Cote comes up for the extra point. Snap spot, kick is away, down Broadway, and the extra point is good. 11:52 remaining in the game. Montreal continues to dominate, and they are up big time. 38-6. We'll come back in just a brief moment. Here, a couple of commercial break words, and I'll update the score line. I'm back in just a brief moment. Here's a quick word from Manscaped.
Spring has sprung, and our friends at Manscaped have the best tools for some spring cleaning. They've already helped you tidy up all the nooks and crannies of your body's basement, but this year Manscaped can help you get the perfect presentation on that beautiful face with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Make sure you look your best this spring by using code BELLY20 to get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. So tame your mane with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. The sun is peeking back out, which means you'll have to show your face in the daylight again. So use the kit to make sure your scruff looks award-winning, whether you have glorious beard flow or some smooth, sleek cheeks. Save 20% off and free shipping with the code BELLY20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code BELLY20 at manscaped.com. Focus on the face and use the Beard Hedger Pro Kit for the cleanest look in the game.
Well, as you can see here, I've been joined by a special guest. Here you go, Snowman. Here's Tug Along. Got your wish. Might as well bring in the pets. Oh, buddy. Oh, we are back. And take a look at this replay from TSN from CFL Plus. As we can see here, Ellis and Sutton getting to Dalagala with the strip sack, the fumble. Beverett takes it back all the way. And we are set to go back to live action from Molson Stadium. As Alford takes the kick return, bounces to the outside, to the left side. He's going to take it out to about the 40-yard line, excuse me. And Saskatchewan is going to have a fresh new set of downs with 11:35 remaining in the game. Montreal 38, Saskatchewan 6. Dalagala 8 for 15 for 69 yards and an interception tonight. Not a great night if you're a Saskatchewan Roughriders fan. There's Mason Fine on the sidelines as he was forced out of the game with an injury in the second quarter. First down, Moreau gets the handoff on the left side. He'll get a gain of about 8. And there's Mason Fine on the sideline. As you can see there, we're not sure what the injury is. But second down and 3 for Saskatchewan from their own 47-yard line. And there is Jones. And he'll take it down to around midfield. And that'll be a first down for Saskatchewan. 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the game. As we'll see on the replay, Dalagala with the nice play fake. Pitches out to Jones, who gets a couple of yards, keeps driving his feet, and he'll get the first down. And it'll be inside Montreal's half of the field, 53-yard line, first and 10 for Saskatchewan. Dalagala hands it off. No, play fake. Nope. It's a handoff, and it's Thomas. And that, for a pretty solid gain, was number 30, Thomas Bertrand Houdon. So down on the left side and then going right up the middle, he tripped and fell. He was a little bit slow to get up. That's a gain of 18 yards, so a healthy gain there for Bertrand Houdon. Yeah, he is a little slow to get up. And more injury concerns for the Saskatchewan Roughriders now. 30th overall pick in the 2023 CFL draft. He is a first-year player out of Delaware State. So we'll get evaluated in the sideline as Moreau comes back into the game. And it's 1st and 10, fresh new set of downs for Saskatchewan at the Montreal 35-yard line. Dalagala hands off, and he's met immediately. That's number 96, Lawal Ugak from TCU. At TCU, met right in the backfield there. All he's going to do is just do an inside swim move, get right to Moreau, and that is a loss of about 3 yards. 2 yards, excuse me. 7th overall pick for Montreal in the 2023 CFL draft. 2nd down and 12. Montreal 37. Dalagala out to Moreau. And that's a gain of about 10. So it'll be 3rd down and 2 with as the clock stops with 8:42 remaining as Moreau is forced out of bounds. So it'll be about 3rd down and 2 from about the Montreal the 26-yard line. With 3rd and 1, excuse me. 3rd down and 1. And Saskatchewan's 13 for 18 on 3rd and short this year. Dalagala hands off to Moreau. Go to the right-hand side now, and he'll get about 2 yards. It'll be a fresh new set of downs for the Saskatchewan Roughriders coming up on 8:25 remaining in the game. First and 10 for Saskatchewan from Montreal's 23-yard line as Dalagala goes back to pass, finds his receiver. Nope, it's dropped. Dropped by Jones, by Tevin Jones. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 8:01 remaining in the game. Montreal is up 38-6. And if you had the over was 44 over-under was 44 going into this game. Right now it's at 44. So if you're a betting person, well, if you bet Montreal, you took the 5.5 point spread. You're definitely winning money. 2nd down and 10 for Saskatchewan from Montreal's 23. Dalagala back to pass. He finds his man. He finds number 8. He finds number 83. It's Jared Stearns on the slant. He gets the 1st down, but there's a flag on the play. It might be a face mask. A face mask against Montreal. And it is. So J.R. Reed with the penalty there. And Stearns was not stopped about the 5-yard line, so it'll be moved halfway distance to the goal. So it'll be forced. It's horse collar tackle, not face mask. So it's horse collar. I really didn't see a horse collar, but I could be wrong. So 1st and goal for Saskatchewan. Their first time in the red zone tonight for the Rough Riders. With 7:30 remaining in the game. Dalagala in shotgun formation. He'll hand it off to Moreau. Moreau going on the left side, inside, going on the left side, and he is stopped. Stopped by Patrick Beverett, the man who took back that scoop and score in the last series. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line. Here's a picture of Noel Thorpe, who is trying to help his Montreal Alouettes pitch a shutout. At least on the touchdown side. He's allowed 2 field goals so far, but he's 2nd down and goal with 6:53 remaining in the game. Dalagala back to pass, back to short. He'll be heading off to Moreau again, and Moreau gets inside the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 2. Some pushing and shoving between the respective lines of the Alouettes and the Rough Riders. And it's 3rd and goal from Montreal's 1-yard line. Dalagala getting instructions. The defense trying to prevent a touchdown as we are inside of 6:15 remaining in the game. Dalagala in shotgun formation. He'll hand the ball off to Moreau, and he is stuffed. He is stuffed, and he pitches the ball back, but it's not going to matter because Delegado was brought down too. We have a flag on the play. We'll see what that call is. It could be in the realm of holding, or it could be a defensive penalty for offsides. We'll see in just a moment. But Moreau tried to make a play, try to make a not game-saving play, but trying to make a desperation play. Pitches it back to Delegala, and Delegala was stopped too. And Craig Dickinson is not a happy man right now. So we're waiting for the decision on what happened with the penalty flag. And it is offside, so we'll have a new set of downs. So 2 penalties on the play. So J.R. Reed was offside, and then there was a penalty for unnecessary roughness to boot. So regardless, Saskatchewan, it's a new set of downs from the 1-yard line. And we'll see what happens here. Delegalis goes on the left-hand side, and that's a touchdown. So at 5:47 remaining, Saskatchewan gets their first touchdown of the game. As Jake Delegala with the 1-yard sneak, and now it's a 38-12 game in favor of Montreal. We're seeing the replay there. Delegala just taking advantage of a push from his offensive line. He'll sneak in. And Saskatchewan's going for 2. So we'll see what happens here with this play. Delegala gets the shotgun snap. He'll find a receiver. Nope, it's batted away. So the 2-point conversion is no good as Stubblefield comes up again with another pass defense. Reggie Stubblefield's having himself a game with pass defended. 5:36 remaining in the game. It's Montreal 38, Saskatchewan 12. If you bet the over, congratulations to you. We're going to take a short commercial break with a special word with a commercial from me. That's right, folks. Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 Central on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. It is the next installment of No Credentials Required, our summer movie series. We'll also be doing another installment of The List. And we'll also be doing another round of Questions for Humans, Guys Night Edition. Tune in, 8 o'clock Monday night. We're also going to be starting our NFL. We're going to be starting our NFL coverage pretty soon. And on Tuesday, September the 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll have our NFL preview. We're trying to book a guest for that program. So stay tuned on socials for the announcement. As we go back to live action from Montreal, kickoff to start the new set of downs as Chandler Worthy takes that kick return to get out to the 39-yard line, and Caleb Evans coming back on the field for Montreal. We got 5:23 remaining in the game, and it's 38-12 for Montreal. Big home win for Montreal. I'm looking up right now to see when they last won 3 games in a row. We come back, we'll go to the commercial. going to commercial again. But I'm trying to find out when the last time Montreal Alouettes won 3 games in a row. And actually, they won 4 in a row in 2021 from weeks 9 through 12. They beat Hamilton, they beat Ottawa 2 times in a row, and they beat Montreal. They had finished, what was their record that season? The record that season was 7-7. So they actually climbed out of a hole to earn a playoff spot, and then wound up losing in the Eastern semifinal. Three in a row was 2021. I came here from weeks 7 through 10. All right, so return to live action. 1st and 10 for Montreal. Fletcher gets the handoff, and he runs up the middle for 10 yards. New set of downs. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the game. Montreal's up by 26. Caleb Evans has done a pretty good job this game with a, let's see who has done passing. 7 for 12, 144 yards with a touchdown and an interception. He also has 54 yards on the ground. 1st and 10 for Montreal from their own 50-yard line. 4:40 remaining in the game as he lines up in pistol formation, but we got men coming up in motion. He pitches it out to Antwi. Antwi gets to the right side. He's going to gain a 9. He'll get out to the Saskatchewan 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 1. So clever trickery there as Antwi moved up from pistol formation into next to Evans. And Evans just pitched it out to Antwi, and Antwi took care of the rest. And he'll get a gain of 9. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 from Saskatchewan's 51-yard line. 4 minutes remaining in the game. And again, Montreal's up by 26. As we see Caleb Evans come up under center rather than going in shotgun formation. And it looks like it's going to be quarterback sneak on the left side as they line up heavy on the left side. And Caleb Evans has the 1st down because a gain of 2. He'll wind up on the 49-yard line of Saskatchewan. That's another 1st down for Montreal. If we go to the team stats, that will be the 17th 1st down tonight for Montreal. And we're coming up on the 3-minute warning with 3 minutes left to go in the game. And we might be seeing Davis Alexander coming up in the game. He's got his guy's helmet on. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of Saskatchewan for Montreal. Evans hands off to Antwi. Antwi going up the middle. And he'll get a gain of about 2 as we come up to the 3-minute warning and then some. .248 remaining in the game. It's Montreal 38 and Saskatchewan 12. We'll have the remaining moments of the game right after these messages. Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required here to tell you about Mahler Brothers Golf. We all want to look good in the golf course, but it often comes at the expense of feeling good. Mahler Brothers Golf has polos that look good and feel good. With their lightweight and stretchy material that hugs your body, you will feel cool while looking just as cool. Their polos are guaranteed to make you look better, but it's up to you to golf better. On a hot summer's day on the golf course, there's no polo that you would rather wear than Mahler Brothers Golf signature polos. Mahler Brothers Golf has a large catalog of polos with designs for those who want a loud design and others for those who want a subtle and sleek looking design. They also have fun t-shirts, hats, tumblers, and so much more to make your golfing experience better. Head to MahlerBrothers.com. It's MAHLERBROS. Use promo code BELLYUP at checkout for 15% off. All right, we're coming back. Trying to come back from the live stream. But yeah, Mahler Brothers Golf, MahlerBrothers.com. It's MAHLERBROS.com. Save 15% off with the promo code BELLYUP at checkout. Get yourself some good golf gear, t-shirts, polos, tumblers, hats. They've got it. They got it all. I got a polo sitting in my bedroom. It's very comfortable. It's not very much slim fitting, but I mean, I've got the if you want something a little bit slimmer to fit your golf, is a little bit sleek. If you're a little bit svelte, they've got it. If you're a little bit heavier like me, they've got bigger polos too. And as we look at the standings, Montreal's moving to 5-3. And Cliffy had mentioned he couldn't remember the last time the Montreal Alouettes won 3 games in a row. Well, I answered that question for him. I did some research because we always do live research here on Montreal Was Acquired. They won 4 games in a row in 2021. Second down and 7 for Montreal from Saskatchewan's 46-yard line, as Evans is back in their huddle, and he's at the first down. It'll be a 7-yard run it'll be a 9-yard run for Evans, and the quarterback keeper, and the clock's going to just keep ticking. Let's see if Montreal can either can get another touchdown here to really blow the game wide open. As we'll see here in the replay, the run pass option. He wanted the keeper. It looks like he wanted to pass to Philpott, but he wanted keeping the ball instead and got himself a healthy gain of 9. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the game. First down for Montreal from Saskatchewan's 37-yard line. High motion men go in motion. And Evans will keep it. He'll pitch it out. He'll find Philpott this time, and Philpott will get to about the 36-yard line or 37-yard line. It'll be a second down. We'll look at the Western standings, and Saskatchewan will fall to 4-5. They'll have 8 points on the season. And I'm sorry, it was a Saskatchewan 32-yard line, so it'll be a second down and 5. Saskatchewan falls to 4-5. Calgary can make up some ground on them if they wind up winning this weekend against BC. And I forgot to talk about last night's game against Winnipeg and Edmonton. I'll talk about that in the post game. As we come up under a minute 40 left in the game, so second down for Montreal at Saskatchewan's 32. Evans hands off to Antwi. Antwi gets up the middle and is met immediately by a gaggle of Roughriders defenders, and he'll get a gain of about 2. And it'll be third down. So it looks like the field goal unit will come out for the Montreal Alouettes as Cote will attempt another field goal. Again, Evans has done a serviceable job tonight for Montreal. So he finishes his night 8 for 13 for 149 yards. Didn't have to do that much in the passing realm because the ground game has been so effective for Montreal. Walter Fletcher, 73 yards on the ground. Jeshurun Antwi, 47 yards on the ground. Caleb Evans himself has 66 yards on the ground. As David Cote will attempt another field goal. He's 1 for 1 tonight from 33 yards. This will be a 37-yard attempt. This will be from the right side, as the Alouettes are just letting the clock tick down. They'll take a delay of game penalty, and they'll send him back 5 more yards. That's a timeout. So timeout for Montreal. I don't know. Minute 7 remaining in the game. Montreal takes a timeout. As they're trying to avoid the the delayed game penalty. We saw flags come out, but it looks like Jason Moss had called a timeout before the flags could fly. And David Cote and the field goal unit will stay on the field to try attempt to increase the lead further. So the betting lines tonight were 44 for the over-under, and Montreal was a 5-point favorite. And as you can see, both the over was met, and Montreal had definitely met the spread. So here we go, 37-yard field goal, snap, spot, set, kick is up and away, and it is right down Broadway, and it is good. Minute 4 remaining in the game, Montreal is up 41-12, and Saskatchewan will take over at their own 40-yard line. This will be a long plane ride home for the Roughriders as they fall to 4-5, still remain in third place in the West Division. And they have come up to their halfway point in the season as the CFL, where they play 18 games with a handful of bye weeks in between. But as I said in the betting line, Montreal was a 5-point favorite. They've clearly beaten the spread here. They've clearly covered. And the over-under was 44. Well, it's now 53. So definitely the over was met. So if you took the parlay and had Montreal covering and you had the over, you're going to definitely win some cash tonight. And as our friend Second Half Chaz for Belly Up Fantasy and Betting, here, take a look at Shea Patterson, number 5. We'll see what kind of action, if he gets any action, for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They have some personnel decisions to make. There's a certain free agent quarterback who has played in the CFL last year by the name of McLeod Bethel Thompson. He's a free agent. As Cote kicks off to Mario Alford. Alford takes it from his own 12. Coming out to the right side, he's got some room. Down to the 37-yard line, excuse me. And Saskatchewan will take over from there with 57 seconds remaining in the game. What might have been for Mason Fine, we don't know what kind of injury he has. It's definitely a lower body injury, that's for sure. Came up limping in the second quarter, and he is clearly in street clothes right now. As we are at 57 seconds remaining in the game. 1st and 10 for Saskatchewan at their own 37. Handoff to Moreau. Moreau up the middle, and he'll gain of about 5 or 6 yards. There are 5 yards in that play. It'll be a second down. Let's take a look at the remaining schedule for this week. And the remaining schedule is as follows. Last night was Winnipeg over Edmonton. And we'll let you know what the other games are this weekend in just a moment. Delegala back to pass. He'll hand off to Moreau. Moreau up the middle again. And he'll get a gain of about 2 that time. Give him about 2. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 with 29 seconds remaining. Tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, Calgary Stampeders are at BC Place to take on the BC Lions. And on Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, the Ottawa Redblacks take a visit to Toronto, who look to bounce back from their first defeat of the season last week. 3rd and 2 from Saskatchewan's own 45-yard line. 15 seconds remaining. Moreau gets the handoff. He'll get the first down. And with 7 seconds remaining in the game, the first down, new fresh set of downs. Well, they're not going to get 26. They're not going to get 29 points or 30 points on one play. As we see Montreal, Jason Moss has his headset off. He's celebrating with his players. Noel Thorpe keeps his headset on. He's still working. And got double zeros in the clock. Delagal takes a knee, and that's the game. Final score, the Montreal Alouettes 41, Saskatchewan Roughriders 12. So Jason Moss, who was the offensive coordinator last year for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, gets a little bit of a measure of revenge over his old team. and gets his first victory over his old team as the Alouettes move up in the standings as they are move up to 5-3. Again, second place in the Eastern Division, while Saskatchewan moves down to 4-5, still in third place in the West Division, pending what happens tomorrow night between Calgary and BC. So let's talk about last night's game between the Edmonton Elks and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Edmonton Elks were up 22-0 in the second quarter. Zach Collaros, starting quarterback for Winnipeg, went down with an injury. Drew Brown came into the game, and the Blue Bombers outscored the Elks 38-7 from there on out, as the Edmonton Elks moved to 0-9. Winnipeg remains at the top of the West Division with a 7-2 record. Winnipeg defeated Edmonton, coming back from a 22-0 deficit to beat the Edmonton Elks 38-29. And again, the remaining games for this weekend: tomorrow night is Calgary at BC, and Sunday night is Ottawa at Toronto. And Toronto has suffered their first loss of the season on last Saturday night, losing 20-7 at Toronto. So we'll see what happens the rest of the weekend, as we are coming up on week 10 in the CFL. We got a long way to go, but it's going to be a fun ride. Maybe we'll come up with another couple more games for this, for the alternative play-by-play. I see a game, Calgary at Toronto on Friday, August 25th. Maybe we'll do that game. We got a Friday night game, Winnipeg at Calgary, 9 p.m. Eastern. Well, we'll figure it out. So for the alternative play-by-play. But if you join me tonight, thank you for liking the video. Share the video, subscribe to No Credentials Required. We're at 270 subscribers. Currently, we're trying to get to that 500 mark. So smash that like button, especially if on YouTube or on Facebook. That way more people know about this program. They know about the alternative play-by-play. They know about our live streams on Mondays and Tuesdays, and any special interviews that come up or any special reviews that we might do. We're trying to come up with some different ways to get our name out there. But if you watched along tonight and you enjoyed my alternative play-by-play, again, leave me a like, leave this broadcast a like, leave our channel a like, subscribe to our channel. Got lots of content to come. I do appreciate it. So from my living room, my study, somewhere in Saratoga, New York. Again, I want to thank my buddies Tim and Cliff, even though they really couldn't hear me. They gave their mid-game analysis. We'll work on next time. Next time we'll work on getting in some headphones. Maybe they can hear me next time. But we'll work on it. It's my first time doing the live correspondence for halftime. But in the meantime, thanks for joining me. If you watched, I appreciate it. If you're watching on the replay, with CFL Plus. But we'll have another broadcast coming up very soon. Could be CFL, could be baseball, could be hockey, could be NFL football. We'll see. But thanks for joining me. If you were able to join me, take care. We'll see you on Monday night, 8 p.m. for more No Credentials Required. Take care, everyone. Have a great night.
The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.